I want you to know that I've been like screen capping a bunch of this shit.
And welcome back to Ardent Roleplay
we're
and
on.
the wonderful Veil of Dusk. I'm here, of course, once again with the lovely Macaulay Bell, the Trent Brooks, Steph Jacobs, Romy Hadley.
I love that. You're like, wait, what name do I use? I'm like, yeah, it's me, Mr. Hyphenated Name.
Mr. Hyphenated Name, yeah. I tried to go with the hyphenated name, didn't work out.
Too good
And
for
of course,
one name?
Nick
Mick
Mac.
Big and
Mac the clone.
Who are we?
Highland McClennans. We've got lovely filters on, obviously, for now. McClennans. Look, honestly, you just keep it Shamshlin. That's how it is.
That's me.
I recognize no other name. So where last we left our intrepid adventures, and I'll do the quick intro to where we were last time, because we've had a little bit of a time off. Where last we left our intrepid adventurers, they were in the depths of the Bastion, a fortress overlooking the city of Havensburg in the country. So basically, the cult of the Iron Hand has been plotting to overthrow the city with a plague, and the lovely adventurers are trying to stop that, as they want to do by killing everything that isn't nailed down with their exciting mustaches. Hubert.
Mustaches could kill.
If mustaches could kill, Hubert would have.
Nick's just taken the filter off, finally.
The Firewatch faction of the Church of St. Alban, who have now turned fanatical and mad under the kind of wake of Uther Crayhammond betraying all he stood to be. No longer kind of a beacon of hope, but a symbol of corruption and sickness under his master, Golduaya, the demon lord of Ashes. With Crayhammond now defeated, the rest of the party is currently having what I believe to be a cheeky cat nap, from what Hugh was saying before the stream began, to then go and eventually defeat the last kind of member of the
Cult.
hierarchy of the cult, Graham Castellith.
Did we actually find out who that was?
Not exactly. You know that basically Graham Castellith is like one of the kind of people who run. They're one of the city council members. They kind of work kind of very closely with the Duke, but not like, in the kind of same way as Uther did, who kind of oversaw like a bunch of the City Watch and that kind of stuff, and the Fire Watch specifically. So still a bad dude, still a powerful dude, but not quite the same as Uther. You have already seen that there is a like large rock like demon creature somewhere within the Bastion, but are not entirely certain as to where that creature now resides, whether it's hiding invisible, watching you as you speak. But
remember that? I don't remember.
It's when you got like descended upon from on high inside the library, and then were captured into the cult below.
Oh yeah, that thing.
There's a large there's a large vulture. There's like a large vulture creature that descended from the rafters, and
I didn't realize it was made of. You said rock, and I was like, what?
Nope, rock. It's you would know it as a demon of the underworld.
Okay.
I haven't noticed it.
Oh, demon of the
Right. Okay. Yeah, vulture. That makes more sense. That I remember.
V-Rock.
E-Rock.
V-Rock, a demon. Yeah, very good rock. It's what it usually is.
Jumanji 3.
Jumanji 3. I mean, how good is the new Jumanji movies? Honestly,
I would love that. Worship.
I haven't watched them yet, but I'm such a big fan of the old ones. So
look,
so good.
Different but still good. Very different but still
Not
good.
all
I would
the
say.
same. Very good.
oh yeah, no, I've heard they're still quite good.
So I'm going to take you guys into obviously the Roll20. Now you guys are currently in the cultist chamber where you were able to defeat Crayhammond, and are currently surrounded by the corpses of dead cultists and paladins of the Church of St. Alban. Some good, some bad, but all quite dead at this point.
All your friends are
Alban,
dead.
Alban, the Goliath like paladin, was slain obviously in the battle that you had just undertaken.
Alban!
And it's currently ashen and broken on the ground, where the kind of paladins and Mathraman are also kind of looking over him and like with this kind of worry and concern. And at this point, most of you are quite drained, but there's still work to be done. What would you guys like to do?
I did dispel the magic to stop this, so I'm feeling jubilant. I'm going to sing a little song.
You're the piano man.
Yeah,
Take it away.
mostly. All of these corpses, how do we clean them? Why do we have corpses? I didn't kill anyone.
A fair and noble thing.
You see Baird off to the side, like contemplating killing Hubert. Like, is it worth it?
I don't think that filter quite works with your need to destroy Hubert at this point, but it's definitely an aura.
Olga's just like, Hubert, please play us a softer, nicer song. Albion was a good man.
Oh, he was, wasn't he? I miss Sir Albion.
Not very big.
Yeah, give us your saddest song, Hubert.
Ooh.
Hubert doesn't do sad. Maybe you want to ask Baird to do a sad. Baird's just like, do you want me to do the sad song?
Do you want a feat? Do you want a feat on my single?
Like, oh, yeah, Baird. Yeah, you can do it.
Baird's got some nice sad songs, some lovely dirges for the recently deceased that they play on their lyre.
Oh, I
No
urge you
lyrics.
to dirge.
Yeah, they do hum softly, like there are a few words, but they're all in like
Elvish.
Elven. So
Elvish is always the saddest of songs. Like,
yes, it sounds extra sad. I think what is that song that the elves of Lothlorien sing for Gandalf when he dies? Something real
Squills.
sad like that.
Sad shit.
Yeah.
Give me
Everybody
some sad
cries.
shit.
yeah.
Do you
Let
want
us
me to
have
roll?
sad juice.
Can
Yeah,
I roll
absolutely.
to see if
Well,
everyone cries? I wanna
Yes. Roll for performance and see if
Yes,
everyone
I want
cries.
to make. Look, this is going to be such a craptastic roll.
You gotta believe. You gotta
I
believe.
play Despacito. Holy fuck.
Alexa, play Despacito.
This is so sad.
Nah, it's not that bad. Could have been so much better.
Good at four.
Plus
Come on.
9?
I know. Like I told
Plus
you,
9.
it's going to be shit.
Good at performance, but yeah, that's how it is.
Yeah.
You play quite a nice song, and it's sad, but
It's off the cuff. Like,
you kind of like low key in the words because most people don't understand Elvish; they wouldn't get it.
yeah.
But yeah,
Like-
so the
Damon's bawling, by the way. He's fucking bawling. He's crying his eyes out.
Oh my
The kind
God,
of-
he's-
From Bad Song.
the paladins kind of around you guys, like they kind of place a hand down on Albin, as Matherman kind of looks up to the rest of you, extends a hand, and from his hand casts the what's it called, the ceremony spell. As he casts the ceremony spell, the body bursts into basically flames, very light and smoldering, but they begin to kind of rise up as he basically puts this character to rest.
Aw.
The entire scenario probably lasts for about 10 minutes as Baird plays like this kind of dirge.
the song doesn't
paladins-
last more than 5.
Yeah.
Just
The-
FYI.
It's all right.
Comes early and just goes,
And there's like 5 minutes of silence after that. They kind of like look to the rest of you and give you a nod, specifically probably to Mog, and are like basically ready to go.
Right, lead on, boys. Where else are we going?
And like Matherman kind of steps forward and is like, Mog, I believe they plan to follow you.
Ah, right, yes. I knew that.
You're the new boss.
Aha!
Looks
True.
like-
wow.
And everyone's like, yes, that makes sense. And so Mog starts like walking off in front of everyone. I want to go, yeah, here.
Mhm.
I don't think of where we haven't been. We've been.
So there was a doorway that the other the Firewatch went through up over here.
Oh, that's right. We lost a bunch.
I thought that was
Did.
just door to the outside. I didn't realize that was like a door somewhere else.
It is a door to somewhere else.
Go to somewhere
So-
else.
There's like a gateway and a gate like locked thing like on to get out of here from where you guys were.
It's got this sprawling sort of expanse, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There were also stairs in this room leading up that we didn't check out as well.
Which one?
I'm pinging it with the pink ping. Up in the room above
Oh,
the
yes, that one?
Firewatch left, there was a
Yep.
staircase that went up that we never took the time to address either. So that
Yeah.
whole general direction, the northwest, is a good call.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Damon doesn't say that though. He's still crying.
Well, this room is filled with toxic, bad vibes. And I'd say clues.
The vibes in here
I'd
did not
say-
pass the vibe check.
Absolutely not.
For those interested, you can have a look at the dungeon card, and that will show you kind of like what the actual like hallways kind of look like, just for your reference as well.
So just going back on what Dan was saying, I just imagine Dan being like kind of crying but talking at the same time, like, just like we need to go.
Oh, like when little kids do it.
The filter doesn't. Oh my god!
Where's the crying filter?
There's a crying filter. Thank for
Is there a
tears
crying
now.
filter?
Big tears.
Yeah, we
Big-
need moving filters.
Before we leave this place, I guess we should. Have we checked out this room? I can't remember what we did last time.
We have not.
Have like finished the fight and then we just had a quick nap.
Not quite a quick nap. You've kind of like finished the fight, had a little bit of like a moment, and
To breathe.
and then you're like moving on from there.
I guess do investigation or a perception just to see if there's like anything that immediately stands out. But
There'll be so much stuff. There's that gooey bloody monstrosity that
Yeah,
we.
so
There's like the yes,
here is where I murked the leader, correct?
correct.
So like Damon's gonna head up over to the leader's corpse and sadly not looking at it, kind of like start trifling through it. Looking a little bit, but trying to, because it's a little bit still scary for him because this is kind of something that he did.
Yeah, he's like splayed in half basically. Because,
Yeah.
like basically like huge white like ravenous worms like came out of his chest.
It sure did.
They sure
Yeah,
did.
so-
What a disgusted mood that was.
I've got my
Okay.
gloves on, so I'm just gonna kind of, if any of those are still alive, those worms, or even dead, I'm just gonna like push them away and kind of knock them away from it, and then
Yeah,
kind of go through his robes.
Yep. You kind of like move through his robes. You find another amulet of Goldurai, the one that you found like very long ago. That kind of beautiful green-looking gem, and that like is something that he possesses on him. You have like reference to that like in your older sessions and stuff.
Yep.
So you find one of those. You find basically like a component pouch, a series like a kind of book, which is like a prayer book to Goldurai, as well as like a what is an illustrated image within that book of what appears to be Uther, as well as like a spouse and a child, but it's quite faded and old and looks like it's been like used quite a lot. It's well worn.
The drawing.
Yeah, the drawing. Yeah,
Okay.
it's like an illustration.
is it like a kid's drawing or is it like a prediction?
It's a nice, like fancy
Portrait
handmade
painting?
drawing. It's a portrait painting basically.
Mm.
It's like a
Well, I'm gonna.
Quite
Oh,
nice.
sorry, Mark. Go ahead.
I just imagine looking at this book as well, being like, so Uther was an artist as well. He used to write in this awesome book and just draw these awesome.
Well,
it seems like it was.
Oh, sorry, go on.
No, you go. No.
I was gonna say, when Mark, are you actually coming over to look at this as well? Is that actually happening?
Sorry, yes.
Oh, good. So I'll like look up that Mark and I say was an excellent artist, and I'll slam the book closed. I'll grab the amulet, put that on top of the book, and then I'll just trot on over to bed and hand that up over to him. And I'll like walk up to bed and hold that in front of me. Like, I think this belongs to you.
Not anymore. It doesn't.
Oh,
Yeah, Bear's like, not. Bear doesn't want to touch that kind of shit anymore. Bear's like, looking at those white worms on the floor, and it's just distinctly remember throwing them up, and it's just like, no, I don't want it.
ah, Well, I'll put it all in my bag then. Well,
That seems fine to me.
I'm not
Yeah,
really
you
worried
can carry
about
it. That's a
Yeah,
that's a better
Throw it-
idea.
Yeah, I'll throw it in my satchel. Yeah, that's my plan. Just heading back into the room.
So Macaulay, for you kind of look through this room. There's papers. There's a lot of corpses. Obviously, there's kind of like quite a lot of cultists and stuff like that. They all have like kind of these beautiful looking daggers, which like obviously have like a kind of gauntleted fist at the pommel. That kind of seem to be like ceremonial in nature, relatively ritualistic, but are also made of silver. They got silver etching to them. So you kind of like look through their stuff. You find objects and stuff like that. But as far as if you're looking for more concrete evidence of the ritual, I would imagine. Is that your kind of goal?
So I think I want to focus on these these pillars.
Mhm. These pillars seem to be relatively inert now. You kind of notice that like there's still some potential magical resonance to them, but as far as you can kind of tell, they seem to be relatively inert at the moment.
Okay.
You think they'll react, or a portion of them will react to other cultists or other people associated with this garbage magic? I'm trying to think of a detector, like how to detect people who are full of worms, etc.
Here's a good question. How do we find people?
If you would like to, you can look at the hammer as well, because what the actual because they are still kind of floating up in the air, so they are still seemingly active because they're not but at least no more power from this ritual is flowing into them. So you can have a look at that. It's just the floating thing on the hammer.
My brain is full of jam and my memory is shot. But did the book open only when the person who was... Remember we have the book that only opens with the amulet.
Mm-hmm.
Did that open only when I was holding the amulet and the book, or did it work for anyone holding the amulet and the book?
Anyone holding the amulet, and the book would open.
Thank you. I just wanted to double check.
Yeah, and that was a connection between the hellish courts. It's like a hellish, an item for the hellish court. It's kind of a symbol of unlocking stuff and passage, basically. And yeah.
Cool. Thank you. Just wanted to double check. I can't think of any way to try and detect people who are full of worm.
Hard to say.
Hard to say.
What if we take samples? Just bits. We should take bits.
You feel free. If you want to stick your hands in those little wormy bits, that is your prerogative. I am not touching them. I remember what they taste like.
We are the sole witnesses of this event, and no one will believe us, and we're in trouble, so we should take some bits.
There's more than sole witnesses. There's these guys who points to the still very few living members of the group came down with us.
They look like they're taking off their helmets at this point, and they're just kind of looking at you with these sullen eyes, because one of them came from a huge fight in a different hallway, and kind of came up after everything was done. He just kind of has been looking at me like, what the fuck? The other one has been here the entire time, has got bitten by one of the worms, and there's a huge chunk of his armor that's been taken off by one of them.
Delicious.
They could die at any second.
Didn't somebody help him?
No, he seems fine. He's healed himself a bit with his paladin abilities, but he's not looking happy about what's going on here. He's like,
nobody's happy about it.
No, but he's decidedly unhappy. I mean, maybe Hubert, maybe Mog. Mog seems to be chuffed about everything.
Hubert doesn't know any other state other than happy.
I feel good. Power of positivity comes from within.
Filter really pulls that together, doesn't it? Jesus Christ.
Live channel update.
Doing
great.
With the pink lips and the stupid mustache. It's great.
Yeah. We have fun here.
I'd like to say, witness me, boys. And I'd like to start gathering evidence and putting it in the evidence bag. For the worms.
That's your bag. Your bag is now the evidence bag.
Yes, I write evidence on a bag. With a quill.
It's just a satchel.
The evidence satchel. And I'm going to start just stuffing it with worms, bits of bodies, the drawing of the nice man with his family.
Yum.
Baird looks like they might throw up again.
It's all going in the bag.
Yum, yum, bubblegum.
Damon's going to come over and start helping you shovel in pieces of people.
So, wait, are you putting bodies, the human bodies in there?
No,
just the heads.
Worms, bits of the monster man. The man that did it.
The man that did the
bits
worm?
of the monster man. Do you have a bag of holding? Is that...
No, regular bag with the word evidence on it.
I'll carry it around.
How you got the bag with evidence on it, you don't really know. But there's a bag with evidence. Yeah, you start putting the stuff in there. The guy is much harder to put in.
This was formerly my cheese bag. I did have a few aged cheeses.
He's not putting the whole dude in there. It's parts of the dude.
You've taken all the cheese out. It's in a pile next to the rest of the culture. You're the paladins are looking at you
yeah, which one smells
why
worse?
do you have that much cheese? Why in God's name? You start shoveling everything in there. how do you plan to put an entire like you're taking parts of the body? Like
Just-
what parts?
Yeah.
Just the head. I'm gonna cut the dude's head off with my blade and put that in the.
Funk. All right, do me a quick
Give it a good-
survival
make
test.
sure you
I guess.
Pick it up with 2 hands. Don't palm it like a fucking
Yeah,
basketball.
give me a quick survival test so you don't butcher it too bad.
All right, I'm down for that.
Yep.
I don't even know.
God, my camera's.
Yeah, survival tests are butcher is the butcher skill. Unless you have the tool efficiency butchering, then you probably be a bit better. I don't know. Not made of stone.
All right, it's a 9. It's not that good. It's not all right.
You don't quite manage to hit through the spine properly the first time, and there's this like palpable, painful crunching of bone and flesh, and like you can hear the slopping of like the rest of his blood splattering onto the ground as he's like hacking this neck off.
If I can't get through the neck itself with my sword, can I just like grab it with my hands and?
Yeah. Like, it takes a bit of extra, and you like try and rip the rest off, and it kind of pulls out a bit of the spine pulls out with it. But yeah, it's,
What's the fatality from that
Yeah, Mortal Kombat style.
Mortal Kombat fatality?
Yeah, I'll just like pop the vertebrae and take the head and throw it in the butt bag.
Oh God, no!
I'm gonna kind of like flick the blood off my hands. Can we get out of here, please?
Oh, thank you,
I
David.
don't
This
know
is
how to react to any of this.
juicy evidence.
Horrible.
I look
They're
over.
like slowly going from like a deep
This-
royal purple to like lavender white.
this the blood itself is also like kind of like it's turning a bit milky white.
Oh, is it?
Like yeah.
Delicious.
Not like regular blood. It seems like it's like a little bit more like creamier and like
it's like the
getting
paste
thicker.
inside insects.
So I have my
Paste inside
gross,
insect.
pussy blood all over my hands. And I'll like look over at Lillian, who's looking at me disgustedly, and I'll go, a thumbs up.
Baird and Lillian are just like,
Let's move on, folks.
Mm.
And I'm going to start parading down the line,
Don't you
dragging the evidence
Did,
bag with me.
Oh,
Did
you're taking the
Ben
bag?
have like that like create water thing still?
yes,
Because I think Damon might need an impromptu shower.
yeah, no.
Oh, I
yeah,
stink.
yeah, Bear's like, Damon, stand still
Awesome.
for a second.
I was gonna just
I'm like
like
I'm like a dirty dog, dude. I'm starting to move faster. I see Ben. I'm like, shit.
Go bath time.
Corner him.
How about that? Yeah.
Get in the bath.
Don't you all just love dark fantasy for its fun descriptions of disgusting bodies that you have to deal with? Like, oh, why? Like, because it's dark fantasy. That's just
No, Bear,
This is so dark.
Damon, come here.
So-
I
I
wanna give you
imagine
a-
that we'd all be like trying to like corner Damon, like you
Damon,
do
come
like
here,
a
I
really
wanna-
big
I-
dog. He's just like looking for an exit,
I want to help you with your
growling.
your
Watch out! I'm a mobile
Disgusting
charger.
Ah, that's the braid.
Mog, restrain your idiot.
There's
Oh,
a
yeah,
cold.
these-
There's a cold feeling that sweeps down this hallway as well, and you get a little whiff of an ozone trend as you kind of move like further into, like further kind of away from the cultist chamber, and you can kind of sense that there's a little bit like a kind of ozone, like something wrong, like a lightning storm's happening somewhere else, like above ground.
Oh, damn! I know what's going on.
Yeah.
What?
It smells like rain. It's raining outside.
I love rain.
See, I don't need a bath at all. Ha ha ha!
It smells. Can we also smell this as we follow him?
You're
down
gonna
the
follow,
hall?
yeah. You follow after him, and you all kind of get the same kind of sensation. It's like that little tingling of on like the edge, of, like the back of your neck.
This isn't rain. This smells like lightning.
Mm-hmm.
He smells like lightning, David says.
Oh my god.
Bear's just plotting the best time to use Thunderwave on your ass. Send you
What?
through a fucking wall.
I'll show you what lightning smells like.
The paladins kind of come up like behind you as well, and they end up like, so you guys like start like chasing after
Following after Damon.
pulling after Damon, and the paladins like kind of bring up the rear
And
with
Mog.
Matthew Man.
I'm assuming
Yeah.
Damon is vaguely like jogging after Mog but trying not to make it look like he's running away from the potential bar.
Yeah,
Mm.
literally that.
Yep.
Literally that. That is exactly what's happening. Like, oh, Mog, I'm catching up with you. Not running from bed, I promise.
Yep.
I'm gonna drown him in his sleep.
Mhm. So where next are you guys planning to go? Because there are two options that you basically haven't like examined, like where things have gone at this point. That's up to you.
What are we
Well,
doing,
we're going to
Mog?
continue down.
You
right?
can control your characters, obviously, so feel free to do that.
Well,
Do we want to check out that door that a bunch of them went into? Oh, that aperture shifted.
Yeah, my aperture just keeps flicking.
No.
we do have options. The other
Are we going to go to the where
This
the other
one.
Firewatch guys are, or are we going to
More
go back?
evidence.
Yeah.
No, there we go. That. Yeah.
You pawns need to exonerate yourself. See, if I do anything bad, it's eccentric. You'll be declared insane.
That's a good point, Hubert.
Yeah,
I
see-
say as we're all magically teleport boom, straight in front of the door.
Yeah, so you'll like basically you'll start walking down this hallway. You can kind of see what it kind of looks like there, and you've got basically the other doorway over here, and then you've got the other down there. You can have a look at that if you get into that room, or the doorway kind of leading up to wherever the last of the Firewatch went.
What's the plan?
Firewatch?
maybe we should go up here. At least, like, we need to be going. I think we've had a bit of a fight, and we should start going in the direction of our allies.
Hmm.
You know, a few of them went up here, so maybe let's go check that out.
Weren't the Firewatch the ones who were very quickly
Yes.
not our allies?
Yeah, I was going to say, didn't they suddenly very quickly become not our allies?
Yeah.
The sunken treasure, by the way, is what that like other room kind of looks like over here. It's for your reference.
Well, I'm going to start walking like down the hallway a little bit while we're conversing about the Firewatch. I'm going to get to like the doorway. Is that kind of sense of storm like more present?
Roll me a perception test for that one.
Alrighty then, man. All right.
Sick mate.
Oh dear.
Shit, that's still not good.
Shiitake mushroom mousse.
Perception. I'm blind.
Apart from it being present or from like where you are, you have no discernible like direction of exactly where you feel it's coming from.
Trust me, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, don't worry. Yeah.
Trust, that makes perfect sense, mate.
Trust, mate. Trust.
I'll like wave back to the party and I'm just going to check upstairs. I'll be right back. And I'll start heading up towards the staircase.
Mm-hmm. Yep, go for it.
I'm going to follow the idiot because somebody needs to.
I'm going to follow my evidence back.
I'm fearful but grateful. The bed follows me.
You're like carrying the bag on your back, and
I'm like slung it over my shoulder. Yeah,
it's a heavy stuff. A human skull is like a human head is heavy.
Pretty heavy,
Yeah, which is why you should always pick it up with two hands.
And the worms are not small by any means. Like they're small size probably, but they're about the size of a halfling.
What?
Each one of them. Yeah,
Wait, what?
These worms were
halfling.
These worms were massive. They like coiled. They coiled around the staircase in that cultist chamber.
See, that's when you say
pounced at
giant
you,
worms.
and
Yeah,
then, like,
that's
tried
a
to
giant worm. When you
Giant
say
worm.
worm, I'm picturing
No.
like a maggot, maybe like
Also,
this, maybe.
yeah,
They were
Did you
giant
think they were
worms.
inside of him.
Yeah, like they
So
came
they
out
were
of him.
like, so it was like
they're-
a TARDIS situation.
Well, like
Apparently.
probably not exactly, but yeah, close to. Like
Oh,
these,
okay.
these weren't the
all of
maggots that I was throwing up.
His
were they?
intestines. No, his
No.
Thank
intestines.
fuck.
Like they're kind of probably similar or close to. Like they would have been growing inside.
Blowing
You,
up an
but
entire halfling.
like all of his intestines basically became these worms and like came out of him from his chest. Like it's,
Ew,
Yeah.
yucky.
I'm
That's IBS.
apologies if I didn't truly describe how terrifying this like
yeah,
cultist
jeez,
actually
Jacob,
was.
come on, get
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got the
Get gross.
terrifying. part. It was just the-
Nightmare fuel is definitely what you felt like with this guy. Like, no.
fantastic.
I'm
Yeah.
glad he's beheaded.
Yes, definitely a good option. Probably should have burned him. It's fine.
All right.
Just
Baird and Hubert are coming up with me. Which
Yeah.
means, is Lillian following her children or is she with Mog?
Yes, I
Is
am
Lillian
always
following her,
following my
idiot?
children.
I love how Mog's like, we should save the Firewatch. And we're all like, no.
Duh.
No,
nah,
no,
we're not
no.
about that life.
What's guys? Come on. I feel
Guys,
right
come
way.
back.
no. The Firewatch literally tried to kill us. We're all very tired now. I would like to not be killed again.
Going
Matherman
up the
kind of like
stairs, bud.
Matherman kind of like looks to you guys and is like, look, I can go to like investigate where the Firewatch ended up going. You can go that way. We'll meet. We'll meet when we meet. If we're still in the bastion, I imagine it's going to be probably fine. So we can meet elsewhere if that helps you.
Okay.
Like we'll sort it out. If we need any help, we'll try our best to give you a holler. But that might also be where danger is. So it's better for us to probably split up and divide our perceptions at this point, because I don't know where this next ritual might be.
Mm-hmm.
It
sounded like it was going to go off during the performance. But
he kind of like thinks it could have been advanced at this point. It is getting close to the time, but who knows?
Well, I bet it's up these stairs, and I start climbing the stairs.
Mm-hmm. Matheman gives you the look. The two paladins head off with him, and they go to like up this other section of stairs where the Firewatch just went.
All right.
All right. Sticking to Damon.
Cool.
Because he's very sticky.
Sticky man.
All right. Well,
stick to me, Hubert.
All that delightful worm juice.
I can't help it. It's disgusting.
It's like wall paste.
Yeah. Bugs are full of paste.
Yeah, it's like waterproofing gel in bug form.
Let's just list various kinds of gel for the next couple of hours. Got clag
for
glue.
the next 2 hours.
All right. Anyway.
So up the stairs.
So you walk up the stairs, and there's basically a stone-looking doorway in front of you, and there's like what appears to be like a door handle to open up the door.
And I do. I use the handle and open the door.
Yeah.
Yep. You enter out into a familiar-looking cellar. Kind of look around, and it's the cellar that you were in a while ago, but I mean it looks like a cellar. There's barrels and wine casings and stuff like that, and what appears to be it's a secret door that you just come out of. The walls come apart.
Oh, okay.
A secret.
A secret door.
Secret tunnel.
Secret tunnel through the mountain.
Not loudly announce ourselves then.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah.
I would like all of my efforts to look around
and see
With all of my
nothing.
efforts.
Let me give him a hand.
You
Yes,
bet.
we all gonna look around.
Yep.
When Mog's trying to check out the room, I'm going to distract him by showing him the cool head that we've cut off. That's why I didn't see what's going
There
on.
we go.
There are a set of stairs leading up as well. And from Hubert, your perception
I don't see anything.
and Lillian's as well, you can hear that there seems to be patrons upstairs or people upstairs that you can kind of hear
we're going to have to look normal.
Is
We
that
must
the
blend in.
is this the
Everybody
popping
needs a
out where
bar.
that inn is? That's right next to the bastion.
maybe. You're not sure.
Bath time,
Who was
everyone.
down here at one point?
I went down here.
So as you all escape, as you all exit out basically the thing, it takes about a few, as you kind of look around the room to try and figure out where you're going, the door, the stone doorway starts to kind of close in on itself. Obviously resetting its thing, and begins to close.
Are we staying here, or are we going back through the bastion?
Are we trapped here?
Well, we will be in a minute.
Do me a reflex save if you want to get back through the doorway, but it is closing pretty quickly. You
I'm hands up
really
for bar.
expecting it.
I feel
Yeah.
like forward is the
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess we can
direction
stay
I'm
out.
going.
Good
But-
luck, Matheman. On your
Yeah,
own.
good fucking luck, buddy.
Sorry.
Bye.
It'll be fine. We all need to look vaguely presentable to go upstairs.
Yeah, we look fucked.
So
Chopped, mate.
somebody, Mog,
Chopped.
get Damon.
No!
Pin him.
All right, Mod goes to grapple Damon. Come on,
Excellent.
it's
The
done.
bit,
Who's got produced
the bit
water?
is
Does
up, and
anyone-
I just kind of sit there and slump. The bit is up.
Does anyone fire hose him?
I'm literally just going to create water.
Yes!
Splish splash. Does anyone have prestidigitation? Because that
Oh,
does
I
clean
do.
people. That cleans
Create
people.
water's funnier.
That cleans people.
I know. I'm going to
You're
clean
gonna hit-
myself with prestidigitation. I am, however, going to
Yeah.
soak Damon for
He's going to hose me with it.
Yeah,
Give me the
and
shot
Mog
in the
too,
corner.
because you're both.
Nasty.
What?
Yeah, it's like 30 cubic feet of water as well.
It's a lot
Like,
of water.
quite a lot.
It's a
Stop! Stop!
It's a
The
lot of
water's just
water.
like torrenting
We're
at
just
me.
flooding the basement now.
Don't think the game designers on that one were like, oh yeah, this is a reasonable amount of water. It's like
Can I request
gallons of water.
Can I request less water?
Is it up?
Yeah.
With my summoning?
Yeah, I think you can have less water. It's fine.
Okay, yes. Well, I'm going to create a more reasonable amount of water than
Yes.
30 cubic feet of water. Just enough to hose off Mog and Damon. And I'm going to...
30 cubic.
How
30
many
cubic feet?
liters is 30 cubic feet?
No, it can't be 30 cubic feet of water. That's way too much
That's
water.
a lot.
It
No, it
literally-
is. It is.
Yeah,
it's
30
huge
feet
amount.
cubed of water.
Olympic swimming pool, I
It's
think.
850 liters of water.
How much is it a liter? Okay, wait.
Did this
Oh,
create
God.
water?
This just creates 850 liters of water.
Because create or destroy water is like you create 10 gallons of clean water within range. Do you mean like?
Where are you looking?
I'm literally looking on my sheet and it says create or destroy water 30 cubic feet. Or 30 feet cubed.
Alternatively, the water falls as rain in a 30-foot cube within range,
there
extinguishing
you
its first
go.
flames. This is a leveled spell, so that's fair.
Okay.
It is only for clerics or druids, but interesting that you
That
have
doesn't
it.
sound like the right one.
Well,
Create or destroy water is what I can
Yeah,
see.
that's the spell. Yeah, I'm going through it right now. So yeah, it's 10.
Oh, that's why it's supposed to be your
I won't
patron of the
have-
deep.
No, that means I don't have it anymore.
Ah.
I won't have it
No, you
anymore.
don't have it anymore.
Yeah.
So you try, but it's like sputtering out.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I'll
my
just
God,
create
yeah,
water.
it
Like
totally just goes to do the spell and it's like, why isn't it working anymore?
little
Oh.
little lights kind of come from this from the sky instead.
Yeah,
Like Damon goes from being
Tinsel,
like to being
yeah.
like
Bear's like looking at
disappointed.
their hands like, I can't make the water anymore.
Bear, come on, what are you doing?
Oh no!
And if you need to make water, you can use a bucket.
Get a bucket and a mop.
Just pee in a bucket if you need to make water.
I am going to hit you so hard your fucking head comes off.
Don't pee yourself is all I'm saying.
Very aggressive. Very
Damon's laughing. He's loving this.
having a great time, mate. Having a great time, isn't he?
You haven't had lunch, you're a little bit testy.
Oh, don't worry, everyone. Bear's just upset because his mom hates him.
Oh,
Bear is just going to like walk over to beckon Mog over, like bring Damon over to against one of the wine barrels and just stab into it as hard as he can.
Oh!
Onto him instead.
Wine wash.
Jesus!
Yeah. Now you
Well, I'm cleaned. I'm all sticky and gross now. Wonderful.
Yeah, you smell like a drunk.
I just like
Perfect for being in a bar.
Yeah.
I'm sick of smelling like bed.
So you gonna go up into the bar?
Yowza. Yes. How filthy are the rest of us?
I think the rest of you are pretty fine. I think they're basically
Prestidigitation
presentations mostly clean at this
I'm only
point.
using it on myself. Fuck everyone else.
Try to get those.
Actually, if Lillian needs it, I'll use it on Lillian as well.
Lillian
Oh,
deserves
bless.
nothing but
Yeah.
good things.
I like that, like without hesitation too. Like Lillian's like, "What about me?" And he's like,
Oh yeah, one for Lillian
Done.
too. One for Mum.
One for you.
Bless.
I would like to stride confidently into the bar, opening the door and say, brilliant wine tasting. Oh, shame about the big spill of wine, which happened in the wine tasting.
"Yeah."
If you guys want to know, it's
I'll come
the
through next.
market. It's the market square as well. Like you can't easily come down from like up. You come up from the cellar of the Emerald Inn, a place that you've actually already been to before, and it's like, oh.
Hmm.
And you recall, of course, when you were in the Emerald Inn that one time, potentially,
That somebody went down here and disappeared.
and someone came up with a weird-looking robe.
Yes, they did.
Yes, they did.
Yeah. And I
Yes.
found nothing when I went down.
Congratulations, you've sorted it out. You do notice that outside as well is raining. You hear like the of rain.
I'll run out to the rain and start taking my light armor off, so I can wash my stand out in the rain. I'm just very happy to be here. I'm like,
You need
yes,
soap to actually get clean.
not bad. I'm enjoying this.
I want to
It's
break
gonna smell
free.
like wet dog for the next like 10 days.
Yeah, you know what? I'm just
Fair.
gonna like
Damon smelled
peek
like wet dog
Ranger
this
this
entire
and just
time.
go and sit in the rain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you all have a
Just-
little PTSD moment.
I'm done. Just gonna sit down just on the middle of a pathway and like
I'd like to be
Yes.
a barfly and steal a half-empty drink.
Yeah,
I
you,
just sit
guys
down
all,
with Lily.
you guys all get into the streets of Havensburg and you're like, this is where I am now. Mhm.
No, I want a few roadies. I want a few half-empty beers to be double chugging.
Just double park, like,
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
ooh.
If you guys want to have a look at that as well, the Archway card is where like what the actual like city town kind of looks like. It's
Archway.
Archway card.
Today we're looking through the arch window.
Thank you so much.
We're back. Some good old Australiana for you there.
Beautiful.
Australiana? That's a different thing. I can't
no,
remember
it's
Australiana.
Australiana.
Good, yeah.
Yeah.
Australian culture, mate.
Australian then
It's
Lantana.
culture.
No one likes Lantana, mate. Put it away.
Lantana.
Put it away, mate.
Poisonous.
I like to be a Lantana druid if I can. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Disgusting.
Disgusting.
So around the street, pretty cautious of duck hops and getting caught in general. That's my vibe at the moment.
The Poe.
With my two beers,
Cheese
one
it.
friend.
Yeah.
Can I perception test?
And you
for
also
any-
got a bag with a head in it.
Yeah, that.
I do.
Yes.
And-
One of us does.
And disgusting white worms.
Maggots.
Muggets.
Giant moggots.
I imagine they kind of look like the baby aliens, like from
Chest
Aliens.
busters?
Like, and like when they like,
Do they have
Yeah,
the
when
tiny
they
little
sneak
hand?
around.
yeah, they like the little hand, like little eye, like
Yeah.
these are properly nasty creatures.
Ecky.
They're like demonic worms.
Yuck.
Yeah.
it occurs to me that we have the head of a very prominent city official in a
Yes.
bag. And we also left 3 people who are also witnesses to him being psycho, maybe in a kill box.
Julian,
You
we're
basically-
witnesses to him being psycho.
Evidence.
We are the evidence.
As you kind of say that, you see a lightning strike pass across the bastion. That's kind of on the hill, like next to where this is. I'll give it to you for reference as well, because I'll just bring up the map of Havensburg and what it looks like. You're basically like here. You kind of come out the street here, and you're probably like right about here or something like that. And this is where obviously the bastion is. So
Ah!
lightning.
Like,
Damon is very, very frightened.
thunderbolts and lightning. Very, very frightening.
Galileo.
Magnifico.
Magnifico. Oh no!
So,
No!
You're gonna get us
That-
copyright struck.
Yes.
At that, Damon will lift the bag, the dripping bag, up to the bastion.
That is
That's
now
a sign.
wet as well.
Yeah, it's foul. It's
Disgusting.
foul. It stinks.
Ugh.
We need to take this
And it's
somewhere.
like it's
you know,
moving too, right?
Ever so lightly.
ever so
Oh my
lightly.
God.
So it's gentle, so it's even worse if it was not moving at all. You know,
It's a gentle pulsing.
muscle
No.
moving is still like trying to.
It's so
the more
gross.
you ask about the description of the
Never
worms,
say-
the more I will give you.
Never say gentle pulsing again.
Yeah, like
Hmm. I feel like Genvolio could help us.
I feel like she could not. Only if you think that watching someone projectile vomit across the stage will help.
No, we're best friends. I got a really good vibe. We really hit it off.
you did the vibe
I
check.
have a terrible vibe about her. As
Yeah,
far as
no,
I'm concerned,
you're
she's
right.
probably one of these insane people.
Oh, really?
I thought she was nice.
Yeah.
Is
She
she
seems
No.
lovely.
No, sorry, Damon, you thought you had a nice rack. That's different.
And
she the woman that
she did. Not beat around the bush here. Come on, she's part of class.
Yeah.
That might be true, Bad.
Which woman's this again?
You've given me a lot to think about.
Someone tell me,
Oh, don't hurt yourself.
Was that Mac?
who is this woman? This?
The
Genvolio.
singer.
Major, yeah, the
She's the one that putting everything together.
Hmm.
Mog
Yeah.
oh, she's the one putting all this together, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
She smiled at me in a really weird way before we went into the dungeon.
Maybe she's into orcs.
I felt that. I thought I could feel that.
Yeah. think you should be cutting it off.
Barrett has lived with an incredibly attractive woman his entire life, and he's like, men are stupid.
Moggy's like, we should go to the Bastion.
Damon's still trying to work out what rack means.
Yeah, that's right. That's all right.
The Bastion.
Let him ponder on
Bastion.
that a little bit long. Feel free to ask me. Feel free to ask Barrett if you really want to know.
Soon, TM. Hubert's right. We should go to the Bastion at once.
Fine. Go to the Bastion. That's where it's going to go down most likely.
Da 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 da. You passed, like, you get basically to the gates of the Bastion, and it's locked, shockingly enough, because it's a heavily fortified area. They notice, they like see you, Mog, and obviously you came up with Damon as well, into the kind of Bastion with the knights the first time. And they do obviously notice that you are a little battle worn. Like, some of your armor has been like cut and like hurt in that kind of fight, because you got stabbed by a big sword and some worms kind of did attack you, I think, at one point at least. And they kind of like just open the gate quiet, like they're like,
Moggy's just like, open the gate. Like, obviously while it's half opening, just to keep like.
They kind of look to each other like side eye, like that, like the monkey meme, like.
Master, yeah.
And they like basically like leave the gates open, and like you can see them like moving away from the Bastion at this point, because they're like,
oh, good.
And that sense of like the like atmosphere and that like tingling on your fingers gets more pronounced as you approach the Bastion.
I don't like it.
Yeah, you walk
It's
basically.
a no for me.
It's a no for me.
You start walking in. You kind of move through like the hallways. You don't see any guards.
Yep.
In fact, you don't see almost any signs of life as you pass through like the kind of archways, these beautiful Gothic architecture, kind of tapestries on the ground, these kind of finely crafted like red rugs and all that. And you move into where you last saw anyone really alive, or like where you saw Genvolio and the kind of troop. That's kind of your direction at this point. If you did want to go towards the library as well, that's an option, but you kind of basically will arrive there first. And as you do,
check on the troop first.
Check on the troop first. Sounds,
because there's nobody else here, and that's concerning.
Sounds gravy, baby. All right, so pull up the murder card.
Yes.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's
favorite part.
promising.
Voting.
Every time. Got 'em, boys.
Everybody's dead, Dave. Dave, everybody's dead.
I like the idea of this like coming up and it's just all 5 of our characters in a pile.
That's all that. They're
Oh, I know what this
sleeping.
is.
Oh. Oh no.
Just a bunch of sleepy friends.
Oh, it's not.
Oh, it's actually us. Oh no.
So you come into this area. There are more characters in there than just the 2 dead characters. The 2 dead characters, you can see where they are. There is also one of the crystal, like the crystalline structures, the
Obelisk.
the obelisks.
Obelisk.
And basically you see
Obelisk.
like kneeling down in this area the 3 Firewatch that you saw before, but there is something entirely wrong about them. You can see that there have been recent signs of combat in this room. I'll quickly note exactly where the obelisks are, just for your reference. They will be represented by this suspicious-looking man, who's not a man, but he's in fact an obelisk.
Ow.
Is it Obelisk the Tormentor from Yu-Gi-Oh fame?
It might be. You'll find out. And you kind of like look into this room, and you see in the corner of this room, actually, one of the individuals who you were just with, broken, bloody, and dying.
Ah!
Oh
Oh.
no.
Mattheman is nowhere in sight, nor is the
Oh,
other
no.
paladin who was with them. However, The three in front of you do look like they've been hurt, and there is a single figure at the very end, looking between the two pillars, and turns to gaze at you all. You do not recognize this individual, but he seems to be in this beautifully regaled kind of like outfit. A nice like kind of coat, petticoat underneath that, with kind of fine riding pants and heavy looking kind of like leather boots. He has at his side a like large looking, quite ornate cutlass, and examines you with these eyes that are all entirely dark and intimidating. The kind of like Firewatch raise their heads slightly as you enter into the room, and if you have anything you'd like to say, please do so now.
Mog pushes forward a bit, and it's like, what does everyone look like? Do they look like they're like ready to just like attack straight away kind of thing, or are they just like just watching it?
They look like they have just been in a fight, but they are currently praying, like with their backs turned to whatever is happening on where the performance area was. You see the corpses of these like two performers, but no one else seems to be here. Whether they've escaped, you are unsure.
Okay. Mog kind of wants to address everyone in the room and start walking to this knight here that's on the floor, being like, "What has happened here, brothers?
He's dying.
People on the floor." And I want to go up to this guy. "What happened to this man?" To touch his armor, and I want to put 15 points of.
Fill him up.
Juice him up.
Glug, glug, glug.
You pass him into him. Do you want to try and cure any diseases or poisons on him?
Doesn't it do both?
It does not. You have to spend points to heal that thing.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, like five points heals a condition, or you can spend it on just hit points that he gets. It's up to you.
Oh, okay. Oh, then I guess I'll give 10 life and then cure him of any disease.
Any disease? Yep, go for it. Good.
Yeah.
And you kind of like you do this.
Wait a minute, he's a paladin. Sorry, I want to cure him of poison.
Mm-hmm. I don't think do they get immune to disease straight up?
Level 3.
Level 3? They get immune to disease?
Yeah.
Didn't know.
Insane.
Yep. You like cure him of whatever poison he has, and he like seems to like grab at your arm. The Firewatch do not move. They only seem to regard you with this very passive, a calm, a foreboding look.
Chillers.
You can
Guys,
see the cracks of their like features and like their armor, dark and almost like rotting in their like their armor like seems to kind of have been rusted somewhat.
The lights are on, but nobody's home.
Hubert, I'm freaking out. Play us a song.
Actually, do me an insight check for that, Baird, if you'd be so kind.
I am in the process of pushing all the buttons.
Mm-hmm. You push all the buttons. I'll just quickly touch on what Mog will hear from this guy. It's like they took them. They took them, and he seems entirely frightened. He's like he's not quite there. He was barely holding on, and you've managed to bring him back to at least life, but something in him is.
The mental stability is gone.
The mental stability is gone. Whether he'll be a useful companion in this fight, it's hard to say, but he like looks towards the two pillars as if like looking at a ghost, and towards the individual at the very center, like with this palpable terror in his eyes.
You don't recognize any like Mathaman, anything like Mathaman's just missing?
No, he's missing.
Yeah.
That's the name of the campaign now. Mathaman is missing.
Mathaman is missing.
Oh, fine, Mathaman is our favorite.
Heighten, Veil of Dusk vision.
Yeah, Mathaman rescue mission. It's the only way.
I'm gonna be like, okay, thank you. I kind of like leave him like down, like kind of push him down a bit more, and Mog will stand up with his body.
Mm-hmm. For you, Bed, there is a disturbing intellect to how these like Firewatch look at you.
Okay, that's worse.
Do I see
Somebody's
ice on
home,
Mog?
but I'm worried that it's not who we originally came down to the cellars with.
Ah, yes. Oh.
So I'll look over at Mog with his glowing weapon, and I'll. So the Firewatch are evil, right? And I'll pull my sword out.
Well,
Evil.
Depends what evil is. I mean,
The,
is it
like,
implicit?
the-
Is it
the-
environmental?
The sound of this figure over here. It's like evil. He like seems
you
to
said it.
echo almost in your minds as he speaks.
That's a very evil thing to say.
What is evil after all? It's
Oh.
merely your interpretation of
I said that.
some figment, some idea you have of how the universe is supposed to work. And he starts to step forward.
Are you a demon?
Doesn't this logic also apply to your train of thinking?
It can. But I am,
Heckling is just next level.
but I am a creature of what people believe. And he kind of looks directly to Hubert and is like, some would call me a demon. They'd be probably right. But I doubt any of you are going to be able to share this tale with others. And as he kind of says that, there's this like cracking of his frame.
He's doing
And you
demon
can, like,
stuff.
And like his wings, like the kind of what you saw as the coat he was wearing flares up and raises as these kind of black looking wings, and he kind of steps forward a little bit more and holds up a hand. And as he does so, you can see, if you have a look at the sweet Ardents, this beautiful light stream in and shatter the glass behind you. As
Woo!
can I have a look at that?
Glass!
The glass like shatters and shatters onto the ground before you. This like beam of glowing, palpable light streams in and seems
Through the
to
glass hole.
frame, like burrow down into the two kind of pillars. And the ritual seems to begin behind you.
Not again.
Or behind this figure. And he forms up, and his like form finally shifts as the light streams down on him to this terrifying, massive vulture creature with black giant wings, these kind of fearsome looking claws, and this terrifying screech echoes from him as we'll do initiative there.
Ooh.
Right. No.
All the bones.
Ugh.
Bing.
Like
Oh, wait.
that. Damon like taps Nick, taps Hubert. This guy seems nice.
He seems nice.
He's nice.
Nice is a word for it.
God
I do
damn
love
it.
how we encounter a big bad and everyone is just like heckling him.
Yeah, sick. Fucking sick.
If
mate.
anyone can rip all his feathers out, I
God
can man
damn.
hold him up by one leg and scream, "Behold a man!"
A man!
Behold!
This featherless biped. Ah, God, I want to cast a spell magic on everything.
There he goes. Look at him. He's beautiful looking.
Thanks, I hate it.
Luckily enough, he rolled a natural 1 for his initiative, so he's not going first.
Goodness.
Get dunked on.
Get dunked, you ding dong.
He was just so like taken aback by the heckling. Like, I've never had that happen before.
Heckling
What?
from adventurers.
Normally they're
dare
just
they.
scared.
Mhm.
Hey, demon, game's that way.
Good.
You're not even funny.
I'm going to call the demon my little pogchamp.
Fine.
Poggers.
He's totes poggers.
Those poggers, mate.
Okay.
All right. Are you ready to rumble?
Apparently.
Ready-ish.
Damon, what was your initiative? 9?
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
And
Very low for Damon.
Where'd I go?
And Lillian's was
16.
16. Did it do that? Yeah, good. Yeah, that seems always everyone initiatives that. All right, it's setting. Lovely. So what I will need you guys to do first is the first thing he is going to do is actually, he's not going to do that just yet. He screeches, and it is now your guys' turn. What are you going to do? Lillian, you're first.
All right. Let's see what I can do.
Get one of these fireworks bastards.
Don't stop believing. Turn on to the feeling.
Yeah.
These streets. Down.
That's a different song.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
I know.
I would like
It's a good mashup, though.
to
Yeah,
go
well
and
played.
jump up on that chair so I have a good sight line because he's big now.
You're big now.
And I'm just gonna go for the straight attack.
I just want to believe you do do a parkour flip as well, like parkour. Oh wait,
I'm
hold
on
on.
a chair now.
Yeah. Yep. You on a
Okay.
chair?
Yep. Okay. So
Parkour.
let's just start
Plan done.
rolling again.
That's a good idea when you do parkour. You gotta just rotate your camera a bunch. Parkour.
Like do a quick combat roll.
I love it.
So good. All right.
Huge.
All right.
Do me this roll, my dude.
Oh, do
Doing
a
the
roll?
things. Yeah.
Everyone, do a roll.
Oh my god.
No, only Lillian may roll.
It's too. I shall roll afterwards. Right now, I have to write algebra,
Ugh.
math.
Love.
I'm just checking a few things. Sorry, my sheet's so spread out.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Why do I have all this dummy thick math to do with my
Awesome,
sick character who's really good at killing things?
Alrighty, we'll just run for that.
Yep, nice. That does hit the rock.
Okay. How many of those hit then? May as well do this in bulk.
Two of those hit.
2 of them hit. Great. All right. Since I've hit them, I want him to be my favored foe.
Oh,
Yep,
cute.
you can do that. Nice.
Awesome.
This guy's my favorite now.
Great. So I need a sticky note because of how much stuff I need to keep track of. Why do I do this to myself? I don't have the brain for this.
Big baddie
Here.
guy, my new best friend now.
Steph, good at making characters, Jacobs.
Thanks.
Oh, my character's so good now. Oh, it's so much harder.
Somebody called
It's like,
the
this is
ambulance.
great. I love reading it. And then I have to
Oh
do
my
it. I'm like, oh no, how do I do that? Oh no. I need a
Sure.
notepad with all of my lovely bits and pieces on it so I can just copy faster.
Me not know.
Reggie?
Row,
Fucking hell.
There he is, the ree-hee-hee-hee. That's good.
It's too good. I don't like it.
So that
It's
was
good.
Terrifying.
Terrifying. Although it is minimized by the little green.
By
Uh-oh.
the filter.
Ooh.
The filter.
Oh no.
filter.
Steph, what happened?
bad things. Okay.
Oh, Steph.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot
Alright.
of damage.
So is any of that magical?
What a
DM,
question.
you punk.
14 is what I got
14.
all up. Because the last one didn't hit, so I didn't get another 1d8 on top.
Mhm. 14? Good. Got you.
Yeah.
Okay. You do some damage to it. It gets hit by an arrow, but, you know. Some fair damage.
DM. So the
Yes.
creature gets hit by an arrow, right?
Mhm,
That's the visualization we already can assume.
These are facts, yes.
These are facts. Is there any like anything happening like that when the arrow hits the demon? Does it respond at all?
Oh, it looks like it's been hit with arrows, so it looks like it looks a bit hurt. Yeah, you've heard it. It's been hurt. It's not
So
like
it does like a bit of a recoil. It's like upset by that.
a bit, but not as much as you would expect.
Trent,
By
what are
if
you
you,
fishing
for
for right
instance,
now?
were getting hit by an arrow.
Just want to see what's going on.
Oh no, he
I
wants
just wanna see
to
what's
know.
going on.
He wants to know.
I want to see what's going on.
Oh, he had some weird specific fighter shit, which is like if the creature says the word cat or owl, I do 6 damage or something.
Yeah,
Dude,
exactly.
Dude, come on. Don't tell the DM my secret strat.
Yeah, you can't. I'm not allowed to know actually. I just make the numbers happen.
That's it. I'm changing the words. Give me a sec.
All right. Then we got Human Shamshalam. It's your turn.
Ah!
Shamshalam.
Point me to thine ritual. Do I see some ritual rocks?
Oh, you see some big old floaty
Those
obelisk
rocks.
ritual rocks. They're not good.
I'm going to stop the rock. You know, they said you can't stop the rock.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good luck. You can't do it, dude.
You can stop the rock. In fact,
I can stop
I believe
the rock.
in you.
yep.
I want to hit it with some of this dispel magic.
Spell Magikus.
I can stop the rock. I can stop the rock.
How
Pow, and I
far?
thrust
How
it.
far is magic? Dispel magic. How much is the range for that?
Super great. The best.
120 feet.
Yeah, bitch.
It's fucking thick. Fucking thick. All right, go for it, mate.
Spell it from blocks away.
Let me just double check this. Dispel. Dispel magic. I know how to type.
M.
Don't you tell me who I am.
G.
MAGGICCKK. All right, what you should do is do me a spell, basically an ability check for your spell casting ability.
Oh my god, no.
The big number.
Do
Here we
it,
go.
boy. I believe in you.
So just an ability check.
Now, keep in mind, this is an ability check, so I believe you are able to use your inspiration on this. If you inspire yourself, you can use that inspired dice to do this other thing. So just keep that in mind for how
I'm telling you, Hubert's always inspiring himself at least.
Yeah, I don't have it on me though. I don't have that. I don't have them shits on me.
You fool!
I am a fool. That's
You should have known.
well established by now.
It's all right.
How'd it go? How'd it go? Is it still good?
Oh,
It's good. It's good.
The spell's level. Did you put the
Beats.
what's it called?
Want me to D6 it?
Did you put your inspiration on yourself? So hold on, let me just wait. Oh, damn it.
My bardic inspiration. You see, I'm out of those. I did sing a lot, so my voice is a little hoarse.
Clear clop.
It's a little hoarse voice.
Oh no, you got everything back when you leveled up, so you do have those things, as I said.
And I will inspire myself before I cast. So that is a D6 or a D8 now. Let's have a little look.
Damn, son, if it's a D8, dude, you're insane.
D8.
Insane. Roll it.
Oh,
no.
yowza.
All right, well, it can't be come on, guys, it can't be a 6th level spell.
It's a 7th level spell.
Oh! Insane.
Sorry, my dude. That is just not quite enough panache.
I'm going to strum, and then thrust my magic at it, but then it just goes, panyow.
Now, I will give you inspiration as well. It is like you are allowed to use inspiration, so you can reroll a dice, but you can't reroll the extra stuff. So, you know.
Just my D20?
Yep, this is D20.
Here it is. Here it comes. All right.
And each player has one of these, so you can choose a player to do it as well. So there's kind of like a thing in the game you get to use. Not enough, fortunately. But you don't manage to stop the 7th level spell that's being cast in the ritual. But there are other ways to do it. So you'll figure it out. I believe in you.
Screw you, demon. Your magic is going to fail, no matter what.
Poopy and lame. All right, so then one of the fire watchers goes, and they kind of get the look from the rock to like attack, and they leap straight on forward and smash their way into Mog with their big old fire watch had on board.
Not soggy Mog.
Not soggy Moggy. Can't have that.
He is quite soggy. It's been raining.
I was gonna roll. Oh, it's 19. Exciting. So what's your AC, Mog?
I think it's now 20. Now with my
Level up.
Okay, or of oh no, just where are you?
Where the bloody hell are you?
Where the
Alright.
bloody hell are you?
Protection.
Remember that time where that almost crippled our economy? Remember when?
Scotty from marketing at it again.
Scotty from marketing at it again.
Yeah, whenever you or a friendly creature within 10 feet of you must make a saving throw, the creature gets the saving throw equal to your charisma modifier.
Mhm.
So mine's +2, so plus my 18, I'm 20.
Cool. So you take 9 points of damage as this guy stabs you with his longsword, but then misses with another 2 strikes. It is then your turn.
What? Really?
He does. He hits you. He's not bad doing that. You know.
It's the roll. I don't see the roll.
It's because I'm saving time by just rolling physical dice. And you guys, I got to see your guys roll.
Guys, they rolled nat 20s. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
20s. Yep.
Double 20s.
Double 20s. You know how it is.
You know how it is.
There's been many times where I've had people on screen do that to me. They're like, "You wouldn't believe it, Nick. I rolled another 20," and I'm like, "Did you?"
Mate, I don't.
Are you sure about
Gotcha.
that?
Luckily enough, the GM. You always got to believe the GM because why would I hurt you? I hurt you enough
Do you
already.
really want
your
me to
job.
answer that question?
Well, look,
Yeah.
know that I would never lie to you about a dice, for that would break the sanctity of the GM player rules, and I could never allow that to happen.
Jacob, I can respect that, okay?
That'd be so wrong. Could you imagine?
I literally could not imagine. I trust you.
All right.
You're a very trusting soul, Trent.
Mog. Kill him.
Ah, my God.
Mog.
Hey.
Unleash
Sick
the
of
Mog.
Get him, Mog.
Get him, Mog.
I'm Mog standing there like, what are they telling me to do? What's this? What's just
What's
happened?
this?
Go, Mog, go.
What's this? What's this?
What's my shot? Right.
There's
Alright,
color everywhere. What's this?
What's this?
swing time.
There's lightning in the air.
What's this?
So the closest one right there, I'm just going to give him 2 big like, bam, and then I'm going bam, and then
Yes.
And then I was like, bam! And then I was like, bam!
And there's like the little sound bubbles come up.
Yes.
Bam, kablam,
20!
kapow,
Did that.
natty, fatty natty.
Oh, fatty natty.
So that,
And we have evidence.
We do.
all right, so
And-
that's one.
And this is a magical weapon as well.
Oh!
Fuck yeah!
See, if you had said you rolled 2 natural 20, they'd be like, really? For real? Oh.
Well,
Oh no, but when you do it.
yeah.
Let me think about this.
And with that, just a little sprinkle on top. I'm gonna do a divine smite.
Yeah. Just
To
add a little
this-
bit of
Queen.
just a little bit of a spice.
All right.
Yes.
Okay, so to the first one,
It's all magic damage as well because my weapon was glowing.
are you doing to the first one or the second one?
To just the first one, yeah.
Okay. With the first one, adding that Divine Smite as well, you kill him in the first strike. You may then use your second strike to hit the second one
Wow.
and damage him. At 25 damage?
Yeah. I just killed.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Queen
Is that
Slay.
the damage? What?
Yeah,
What? Yeah, I can't read your thing really well, Mog. What are your rolls?
Because it's like 27. You get
Is
the
your
roll
hit
for 27 to hit, and then another 27 to hit.
Sorry, I just
So it's 27 damage on the first hit and then 38 damage on the second hit?
No.
Ah.
'Cause it can't be, because it's got to be the.
Because it's double damage on the roll, right? But he's done.
Yeah, what's the damage of the. Because it's 12 and 15, I imagine, is the damage, yeah?
sorry. I think I've lost. I just got out of
It's
it.
just a
Well,
magic.
have you rolled 3 20s?
No, he's only rolled 2 20s. The green ones are 20s.
I did. Sorry, the 25 actually is not my damage. Sorry.
These all look like attack rolls.
It's just,
I need your damage rolls.
Yeah, they have all +7.
that's it. Sorry, I'm a goose. I
That's
realized.
all good. So you have 2 hits, each at double damage. There you go.
Oh, there's the bludgeoning damage. Like,
There we
what
go.
the
There we
damage
go.
type is. Yeah,
So the first one is 28 damage.
28 damage. That kills the first one, and you can then do the second one if you like.
which is
27 damage.
kills the second one as well, because they've both had because they've both been in a fight for now. They were more powerful, and they do have like really high AC, so they actually are pretty difficult to deal with. But the fact that you've done 2 natural 20s,
Yes.
I'll die.
Fucking pasted.
Yep.
Um,
Bugs
Those-
on a windshield, and the windshield is Mog.
Yep. They like shatter to the ground, and dust falls as they fall. Like dust like comes out of the armor.
because I haven't moved on my turn, can I piss bolt forward?
You probably you moved 5 foot this way to fight attack the other one.
Yeah.
But now you may piss ball forward as well. Yes, you can still you can attack and move, or move and attack in any kind of rigmarole you want to do for that. So you move 5 feet already, so you got 25 of movement, I believe.
Yeah, I think I'm going to move here 30. Oh, 25?
25.
yeah.
You got 20 because you moved 5 feet away just to get into combat with it.
Yeah, I'm going to go next here and just charge like, all hyped up from just like one hitting these.
Oh, ready for this?
Bom, 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 bom. And it is Damon's go. Damon Theomune, as he's later is often known.
Yes, as I am often known. So Damon's gonna, with his sword in his like sheath, but his hand over it, he's gonna push his right foot against like the behind me where Baird is, just push it against the ground and dash forward. As he does, he kind of hits his foot here, jumps to the side, and thanks to my mobile feet, I'm not going to be worried about difficult terrain.
Yeah,
So
you do a ninja run. Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to dash over, leaping over the chairs.
Mhm.
I'm going to come up behind this guy that's just kind of just noticed Mog has kind of run up to him, and I'm going to release the blade, slicing into him. After I do that, I'm going to come down with the blade as well.
Nothing personal, kid.
Nothing personal, kid, just business.
Just
All right,
business.
so
All right, natural 20. Come on, do it for me.
God, I hope so. So it's going to be the first hit and then the second hit. I'm just going to double check my character sheet quickly, make sure I got this right. I do. So, that is not that, but it is a 15 and a 17, those strikes.
They don't manage to hit. His
Right.
heavy armor is too much for your
My
sweet blade.
just have ping, and
However,
then ping cleans up.
Yep. All right.
I will check quickly. This is are we using flanking rules?
Yes, you are actually. You get
All right,
advantage
that's
on
the-
both these.
Well, that's the first attack then, because that'll be the
Yep.
advantage on the first attack.
Mhm.
And then the second attack. So the first attack does not strike. The second attack. Ooh, there
That's
we go.
it.
Hits on a 23.
That's it.
Strikes into him. Because it's at the end of my dash, my charge feat will allow me to once again gain 5 bonus damage to that attack.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be 1d10 plus 10 damage.
Jesus. So I just want to take a quick moment to appreciate how nice the Ardent looks for this church area. That light streaming in. Oh, so good.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Bloody lovely that is.
Bloody lovely, that isn't it?
As the blade's coming down on the enemy, I notice that the kind of the blade of it is not, as it's coming down, I realize that my actual bladed side of my weapon is not perfectly purchased. So as it comes down, I'm going to kind of twist it so it does land and try to do as much damage as possible. With my Savage Attacker feat, I'll re-roll that d10 for the same number. So I didn't succeed in fixing that. But
That's fine.
Fucking savage.
Fucking savagery,
so
mate.
he takes 13 damage from that strike.
Does take 13 damage. He looks like it's pretty rough. But that rock is also looking spicy at this point.
Sorry, I'll use the last of my movement there. Also, kind of move down to here. So, you know what? I'll get all the way down to here, and I'll dash straight past him.
Mm-hmm.
Slicing at him, and then moving out of the way.
Yep, sounds good.
Slice.
That's my turn.
Sick. Right, now it's Bed's go.
It is my turn. Well, I'm going to move over here very quickly to stand next to Mum so that I can grab some silver powder from my pocket and smear it on her arm and use protection from good or from evil, particularly. With the
He did say evil. He explicitly said he was evil.
Yes, he did explicitly say he was evil, but I also can, before I finish that, can I make a quick Arcanum check to see if I can figure out what kind of evil he is?
You may.
Because I need to decide if he's a fiend or not.
Mm-hmm. You can get advantage on this.
Thank
as well.
you. I appreciate that. Let me just double check what my all right, +8.
Mm-hmm.
Let's check the second one. Can we make it any better? Oh, we can make it better. 26.
Spicy. You know, a decent amount about the Vrox. Vrox tend to be the so there's the generals of Golduaya, who tend to be like quite powerful demons of their own, but the generals of Golduaya tend to use Vrox as their like go-to like creatures of pestilence and darkness. Things you know about the Vrox. Number one, they can use a stunning screech that can horrify anyone around them. They are incredibly difficult to damage, as well as they're immune to poison, basically. They have magical resistance as well. And last but not least, and the important thing to note, is they have a spore ability. They have like toxic spores that appear from them and affect people around them and can turn them quite poisoned in themselves. Using holy water will end the effect on anyone poisoned in this way by a rock.
Fantastic. Are they... what kind? Are they aberrations?
They are fiends and demons. The
Excellent.
demon fiends.
Protection from fiends for Lillian. That is my spell.
Thanks.
Gotta protect Mum. Yeah, you just got a silver smear on your shoulder now.
I imagine that she like didn't react to like getting it smeared on her. She's still like, "Thank you."
Thanks.
And then I'm also going to, as a bonus action, do my bardic inspiration for. Wait, are you within range, my good bitch? Hold on, I need to check that you're in range.
Oh, there it is. 25.
Yes, okay, yeah, Damon is within range. Bardic inspiration for Damon.
Bardic inspiration for Damon. Need it.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, I'm like, well, you're the closest to the rock. I was going to give the protection to you, but you ran off before I could touch your shoulder, and I'm not able to run that far.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, excellent. So yes, bardic inspiration for Damon, protection from good and evil. Well, it says from good and evil, but it's protection from fiends, particularly this time for Lillian. And that's it. I'm done. I'm out.
I'm out.
Peace.
All right. I think it's a dude's. Yeah. One of the evil dudes go. Jacob, you're on.
Yeah, mate. Beautiful. All right, this guy here fighting the old Mog. Going to attack him. Going to hit with the first one. And not miss hit with the second one. And it will also hit... what was the AC again? 19? 20? 20. Doesn't hit with the last one. All right, you take a total of 12 damage as it like stabs you with its longsword.
Okay.
Cool. That is... the paladin's go. We'll see if the paladin can wake from his stupor, and he fucking does with a powerful 17 for his willpower to get into this fight. And he will go 5... like charge through the pews, doing a quick athletics check to not fuck himself up, which he does not succeed on. So he does kind of fall and crash a little bit, so he has disadvantage on his attack. He has disadvantage on his attack, which unfortunately is a natural 1, which he like lobs his sword like kind of into the this kind of undead like rusted kind of creature, and it like gets stuck in the creature, and as it like he like drops it and falls back a bit. Then is the Vrox go.
But the body was not.
Yeah.
Then is the Vrox go. The Vrox is like...
Ooh.
And it will... What will it do?
Sounds like it's hocking up a loogie.
Oh, yeah. It's going to hock up a loogie and spit its spores across all of y'all.
Oh, don't... No.
I would like...
Am I allowed to shout that it's doing the spore thing?
You can shout it's doing the spore things. Like, it's doing the spore things. Like, we got that.
It's going to cough up spores. Like,
you
don't breathe them in. They're poisonous.
Mog and Damon, I need you to do me a con save.
A con save?
A con save.
So I add 2 to my con save as well.
Mm-hmm.
If the police wanted to investigate it, they would have probable spores.
The guy next to me gets +2 to his con save as well.
17.
Very well. You managed to succeed at not being attacked by spores. The creature then will attack you. Ha-ha!
Who's attacking?
Ooh! It attacks Damon basically with both of its attacks. The first one is a natural 20, unfortunately. With its beak, it's like turns its like beak around like a full like serpent and bites you.
It's the proof, DM.
No.
The next one is, what is your AC again?
My AC is still fairly low. I think it's 16. We worked out it was wrong last time. It's 15. It's 15.
Okay, cool. 17 to hit gets you the second one. All right, so you take. It's too many dice to actually roll this. I'm just going to roll them in the actual chat. What's that? So for the first one, it's 4d6 because it's a crit.
We didn't have any rest before now, so we'll see.
No,
you are
all
full,
healed up.
You are at full health because you certainly bloody need it for this guy.
I'm at full health? Oh, thank goodness. Okay.
2d10 plus
You're at full health.
3. The second bite chomps on you. You take a total of 23 damage.
Oh, it's nothing. That's not
That is nothing for
death.
you. That is literally all of Bear's health.
It's not even close to half of my health.
Jesus.
Yeah, it, like flings around, like grabs its like beak, bites you, and then its talons like rip like some of your flesh. But then it is Lillian's go. Lillian, what are you doing?
Stare him in the eyes as he does this.
Pepper it with more arrows. Because that's all I've got really against this thing.
Keep shooting it in the face.
Mm-hmm.
Like a back line.
Oh, that first one does not. Does hit. So
they both hit.
They both hit.
Sweet. Sweet.
Oh, good.
Righty, and then 22.
22 damage. Yep,
Yes.
Nice. Damn.
Nice. Yep.
Solid.
On this second attack, you kind of see that, like, it takes the damage, but like, obviously, like the arrows hit into it and then kind of like plink off a little bit. Like they fall out of it. They're not like stuck inside the creature at this point, which denotes its resistance to some of this damage. Yeah. All right, that is Hubert Shamshlam's go. It definitely looks like what your character is screaming when it does stuff. It's like, ha!
Having a looky look. I'm thinking if I'll get a bruise from these pews.
A pew bruise.
A pew bruise. Outside of Thunderwave radius. So...
Now, although
I like that you and I are literally having the same thought of just like, yeah, but Thunderwave.
But Thunderwave.
Now, although we would normally do a break in this particular show, we did start a little bit later and we do want to try and end at 5. So I think we're going to, if that's all right with you guys, not have a break. Is that good?
Unacceptable.
I can power.
Okay, cool. That's fine. Nice to hear. Nice to hear. Gotta have the last session for the dear and beloved Nick.
Hello.
All right. What are you doing, Nick? Tell us.
This is no good. I will cast Dissonant Whispers upon the rock.
Excellent. All right. What does it need to roll for that?
I'm doing it at 3rd level because I just be like that sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So here it comes. Cast onto mine board. He will do a wisdom saving throw. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yep, he gets an 11.
That is a fail.
Mm-hmm.
A bloody 14 psychic damage.
14 psychic damage.
And must immediately use its reaction, if available, to move as far as its speed will allow, away from Hubert.
Nice. All right. Is that immediately as well?
Immediately.
All right. Sweet. The creature flies up and out the window. Damon, you may get an attack opportunity.
I will take it. All right.
D&D stands for Demon and Damon.
Demon and Damon.
It's true. It's true. That's what they've always said. Truly.
It's been on the packaging the whole time.
The dissonant whisper's getting the rock out of the way.
Yeah.
Not McLovin it, are you?
I will whisper to him.
You hit.
Your fly is down.
No!
My one weakness. He like wakes up in his bed drenched with sweat. All right, so
Awkwardly away.
ooh, it's a
Feels like
13.
Nice. Takes 30 damage. Now, is your sword magical?
No, it is not.
Sweet. Good to know.
So making purchase with the blade, it cuts through like its kind of shin leg area, I assume, as it tries to fly away.
Yeah, for sure.
Throw me an image. What's going on? What's happening when I slice it in the leg?
So like it basically like rears up and is like and like jumps up into the air, wings kind of like causing like wind to kind of fall down below you. And as you do, you like strike up at it just underneath its like wing at the side of its like kind of its torso, because it's like this kind of like eldritch like kind of like long body of a kind of a bastardized vulture demon thing, and then it kind of gets up into the air and then crawls out the window that's been shattered behind it. The ritual is still kind of going on behind you, but that's basically what it looks like.
And don't come back. I'm also going to move and cower a little bit just over here, and I'm going to say to Mog, Mog, can you hear me?
Yes, Hubert.
I had to adjust. I was whispering before. You're doing a very good job.
Thank you.
Keep it up. Excellence. You're inspired.
You're inspired to do a good job.
Oh, no.
Jiminy each other goes, what a nice time.
He wasn't mocking me. He really liked
I mean it.
He liked it. Oh, it's me. Yep.
And with that,
Give him a smack, mate.
I'm just going to give him 2 big smacks. And let's see how we go.
Let's see if it pays off.
That's a hit, baby.
Right. Hitting damage. 1.
It's 11.
14. No, but it's 6.
Yep, and 14 to hit.
Yeah, it's 14 hit.
It does not.
11 damage.
Now, how much damage did you do this guy last time? You haven't done any damage to this guy, have you?
I just ran at him.
No, you just ran at him, and Damon missed.
Damon.
Yep, cool. So he's taking 11 damage. Cool. But he's still up and alive. Damon, it's now your turn.
Good, Damon.
So the rock has flown 60 feet away.
I will say I did hit the guy on the second attack with the advantage on a 23. The guy here, right?
That guy with a 23, yeah. And how much damage did you do? So
I did 13 damage because remember I tried to re-roll it.
Right. Yes, I do recall that.
So
right.
he did take 13 damage. So he's now taking 24 damage.
Cool. Yep. No, I've actually got it. I put it onto his actual sheet. My bad.
No, good.
Cool. Yeah, looks like he's on his last legs potentially, but not quite dead yet. It's now your turn.
Well, I'm going to look up at this obelisk first before I attempt to do anything. Is it still looks like magically energized?
Still magical and energized. If you want to have a look at it, the actual interactable is on the hammer card.
Ooh, the hammer card. I would like to look at that.
Yeah, you may have a little look at that. Look-see pooksy at that.
I'll have to restart.
Is it a hammer card?
There's a hammer card.
There is a hammer card.
Love hammers.
Of Win Hammer.
Get them, boys.
Observe this card.
Mm-hmm.
Why isn't there a bar card?
I'm observing. Oh, there's a hand on it too.
Oh.
And it changes colors.
Touch it.
What, the iron hand? What? Crazy.
What? Do you like
Lick
this?
it. Lick it.
Lick it. Oh, it's tempting.
You could do it.
I'm going to kind of, as like a free action, can I put my hand up against it?
You may.
Does anything happen?
Oh,
Roll me a wisdom save.
Touch it. Yeah, touch it. That's what you got.
a wisdom save.
Mhm.
Oh, yes, of course it was also a low number. I'll roll a 5.
Wonderful. All right, I'm going to give you a reveal, a little secret reveal.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. What am I looking at?
The hammer card once more.
Uh-oh.
And you can have a quick read of that. As you feel... actually, I'll let you read the card first, and I'll just quickly roll some stuff.
Oh, just give me 1 second.
I hate when the DM rolls
Yep.
stuff.
I love rolling stuff. It's just the best.
Stuff.
And
Oh,
you-
I want to roll the dice.
Oh, nice.
Mom said it's my turn on the dice.
and you get stunned. That is the end of your particular turn.
Oh, no.
Unfortunately, you get stunned. You're like, oh, what? You'll be able to act it.
Am I magnetized to it now?
Yeah.
All right.
Basically.
Well, so the party can see me kind of like get pressed up against it. And I'm kind of like, just like scream. That's my turn.
Yep.
You know
And then
what
his
he's done with
beds go.
Where he gets stuck to the icicle and he's like,
Well, fantastic. The idiot is stuck. So I'm going to try and get a bit closer. How much closer? I can only go. It's double your movement speed for
If you want to dash,
yeah?
yep.
Cool. All right. I'm gonna dash up to here. God damn it! Which my bloody tool that I'm using. I'm not gonna get too close to it because the idiot is now stuck to it.
Oh, hi, man.
Yeah, Bear comes running up, just like, "Oh my god, what did you do?"
Mhm.
Which of course means that I cannot use anything else. Well, I'm going to give. Wait, no, you still got an inspiration, don't you?
I do.
All right, you're not getting another one.
Thank you.
ouch.
No,
Thank
you're
you,
not.
man. I
Getting,
don't
no, you're
deserve
not
it.
getting another one because you're wasting it.
Thank you, man.
Finish your dinner before you have ice cream.
I am going to, however, give an inspiration to. I think I'm still within range. Yes, excellent. Mog, have an inspiration because I've got a bonus action.
Inspiration. Can you
Well-
stack inspiration?
Can you stack inspiration?
And then you can stack inspiration.
What about second breakfast?
Cool, Mog, stack some inspiration. That's yours.
Stacks of inspiration.
That's for you, darling.
I don't believe you can stack inspiration, but
Oh.
you can give
I
it to
think so.
Trent. You can give it to Trent. He might need it.
He's already got
I already
one,
got
and he
one, but I
hasn't
just haven't
used it.
used it.
You didn't use it for the save I just asked you to do. It's like, oh, that's just magical object. Oh, hey, how's that going for me? It's like, oh, I didn't save.
I
Like,
rolled
oh.
a 6 with a -1. I wasn't going much higher than that. You know what I mean? I thought it was fine. Besides, I'm fine. I'm pressed up against
Fine.
the obelisk.
You're
I have one
fine.
with the
Well,
obelisk.
I'm about to yeet that obelisk into a wall, so
Oh,
brace
no.
yourself.
And me with it.
Yeah,
Times.
unless you can unstick yourself by the end of your next
Oh, you
turn.
might be
Do
able to
your
stick it
worst
out.
against this
Fine.
conjuration bear. Do your worst.
So this like final Knight of Golduaya, like on his last legs, hits you for 2 attacks, like hits you twice. Gets one of his longsword attacks and the other one with his short sword that he's got in his other hand, and does a total of 6, 12, 20 damage to you, Mog, as he like stabs and reams into you.
What's he rolling with my 20 armor?
He's rolling
Whoa.
like 16s and 19s, baby. I don't know, tell you, he's a pretty good warrior. Gotta get
Great.
So now that I'm nearly on the floor, how are we all doing? So what was that? Sorry, 25?
Yep.
Okay.
20 damage, I believe, was
Wait.
the total.
5 nights at Daddy's.
The Daddy, that's the one.
All right.
Um,
Not looking good now.
this knight pulls out a short sword from him and stabs at this guy and manages to subdue him as he like finishes his last kind of like hurrah as this like knight's like, god damn it, he's like having a rough time himself. And then it is the Rock's go. Guess what the Rock's gonna do?
It's rock o'clock.
It's Rock o'clock.
Rock
Fucking
o'clock.
coming back.
I'm coming back.
God damn it.
Oh, look at that.
I told you to shoo.
He can't get Hubert Shamshalan, but he can
This is way
certainly
worse than when-
kill Bird.
No, it's got in the classroom.
The Rock enters back into the room, flying through and descending
Fucking
on
rude.
bed.
Don't.
Say goodbye to your bard, guys. Bear's
It's
gonna
Rocky.
die.
It's Rock o'clock.
It's rock o'clock. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight.
Unless he can't hit the broadside of barn. What is your AC again, Ben?
Fucking like 13, I think. Hold on, let me double
Oh
check.
my god, that is so
12.
satisfying.
It's fucking 12.
Oh, it's so good. You get hit by one of them. One of the attacks.
I can't believe only one of the attacks hit.
Yeah, 2 and a 7. 2 and a 7. He has a +6 to attack. He's a big old boy.
He's naked.
But he does only hit with the first one. So you take a total of 12 damage as he bites you with his beak. Like,
Ang.
I'm okay.
and then it's
doing all right.
once more.
Hey. Well, I guess there's no one else to hit except that one. I'm not magical in any way.
You're plenty
Rip me.
magical. Your personality is magical.
Oh.
It's lovely sentiment, Lillian.
Why doesn't Lillian try attacking the rocks? Like the stones?
It's
The
just
boys.
stone.
Yeah, but if they break, it'll probably stop the ritual. That's the logic, at least.
You got your horn, you can toot your horn.
That's where Damon
Doesn't really-
kind of peels his head off and he's like, pretty sure it's a conjuration spell.
Can I actually roll then to identify more about the obelisks and what exactly they're up to and what role they play?
Roll it up for me.
In
Roll
shit.
me an Arcanum roll, my dude.
Wonderful, thank you. I have good stuff for that.
The obelisks look towards the producer and they're like, what's my motivation? Like, why am I in this scene?
You're a rock. A rock being defended by a rock.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Creator, what is my purpose?
Only 8.
You don't know. You're like, conjuration spell, big rocks.
All I know is that they flash they're rainbow vomit rocks. At least from what the Ardent thing app told me.
Exactly. That is what the Ardent app will tell you. And that's what it is. Ardent wouldn't lie to you. They don't do that.
Rainbow vomit rocks.
Rainbow vomit rocks.
They're pro gamer rocks.
Yeah. It's okay. Mac did make them, so that's why they're so cool.
RGB rocks.
But that is all the information you get from the actual rocks themselves. What else would you like to do in your turn?
I can do more. I have to chocolate. I'll just try and hit them, I guess, if I can. Otherwise, I don't think is that
You were doing
damage too much?
You were doing damage to the rock. You just went a lot of damage.
Yeah.
I mean, you're the only one attacking at this point, so I mean, it's not,
I can
bad.
Shoot the rock and shoot the other rock. The rock and the rock. I can do that, can't I?
You can do both. You got 2 attacks.
Okay.
New show coming to Channel 9. Rock and Rock.
Rock and the rock.
Yeah. Let's try the rock first.
Mm-hmm.
The obelisk.
The rock. You hit the rock.
Wow.
But do you hit the rock?
This is the high point of our career.
The rock. You do 7 damage to the rock. You're doing the one that Hubert is connected to, yeah? Oh, sorry, no, not Hubert.
What?
Damon, sorry.
Hubert gets slung across the room. Ah! Ah! Get it off me!
Don't want that.
Get this beta obelisk off me! Ah!
Damon, do me a new and improved wisdom save.
Yeah, improved.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's the same as the last one, but, You tricked me, Steph. You tricked me with that 28.
You did.
Sorry.
Yeah, I thought that was me too for a moment.
Damon, you do not succeed. You continue to be stunned. It's the second attack does hit though. It's a good job.
So I'm hitting the rock now.
Mm-hmm. Rock.
So.
Yep. For 6 damage. Oh, and actually 11 damage. That's good.
I always get that as well. It's a favorite.
It's a favorite. Oh, spicy.
Every favorite enemy.
Calm down. Cool. Then it is Hubert Shamshlam's go.
Me! I'm going to whisper to the rock.
Dissonantly.
Oh,
yes.
Yes.
Um,
Do it again.
You flappy little sack of crap. I told you to get out of here. You best get out of here. Order. Oh, God. Oh,
Don't hurt
dizzy from
yourself.
that. I actually heard a lot. Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. Here it comes. What is the wisdom save that he needs to succeed?
14.
A 14. A 14, you say? Oh. He succeeds.
No! He still
No.
takes half damage and doesn't get moved away.
No,
So
he
he'll
does
take
not.
a 6 or 7?
7 damage. Yeah, nice. Seems good. Six? Wait, 6.
Right in the brain hole.
Right in the brain. Got him, boys. All right.
And I'm also
Is-
going to... Can I inspire someone else, or is that...
I think you probably inspired Lillian. She needs some
Lillian! Lillian, you may have arrows of non-magical nature, but you
Nice.
have hands. Use them. Grab some stuff. Like a tooty horn.
Use the
Thanks.
toot. Use the toot.
Use the doot.
Doot.
Magic flute. All right, it's now Mog's go. Mog,
Toot, toot,
And you're
magic
inspired.
flute.
it's you. I believe in you, Mog.
He's going to piss bolt at this rock that is holding his best friend.
His best friend bed.
No.
Oh, the
rock.
rock.
Raymond!
Oh no. You can understand. You can understand my confusion. You see, yeah,
You created this.
Call it an
confusion.
obelisk, guy.
yeah. Just call it an obelisk. That's why I said it was, but that's okay.
And he's
All right,
Like I said,
with him
all right. Cast hammer on it. I believe in you.
hammer.
I assume that's what you're gonna do. Yeah, you hit the rock. You're gonna. Yep.
Oh,
Oh.
good hammer.
Okay. Yep. Are you gonna do a divine?
I was going to do
Smite?
one divine smite
Smash it with a hammer.
of level 2.
Of level 2.
No, I'll do it.
Oh, that's a little bit of level 2 goodness, isn't it now? Oh my good lordy word. You managed to do enough damage to the rock itself to shatter it into 1,000 pieces on the ground.
Yes.
Sadly, however, the obelisk cannot be shattered into 1,000 pieces on the ground, but you can get the visual representation in your mind of what it actually looks like as it shatters into 1,000 pieces and cast down to the ground. You see the spirits of dozens of people echo into the surrounding space around you, and you see a visage of about 6 ghosts, one of which is someone you recognize as Genvolio, and others as the bards that were here before.
She's dead?
disappeared.
We're automatically the winners.
I told you she was nice. You didn't believe me.
I believed you. Hubert. I thought she seemed nice.
He had a crush on me.
Aw. He was just objectifying you. It's fine.
Oh.
You big himbo.
Go, and that one destroyed. So then there's these ghosts kind of floating in the ether, being like, "Ugh," and they seem to be shimmering and shaking in place. Go, Damon. You are now no longer stunned. What would you like to do?
I'm still pretty stunned. I'm gonna look around all these ghosts, and then I basically just come to the conclusion that, well, we have to save these spirits. So I'll dash over to the obelisk, striking it as well. The
Sounds
second
good.
obelisk.
Sounds chief.
I was thinking
Ben,
maybe
you
I
are
could
Ben, you are so ended. Oh, it's so good.
What if you caught all the ghosts in your body and you had the power of 6 ghosts?
6 ghost power. That's power. All right,
I'm gonna
do me your
die.
attack.
All right. So it's going to be.
But think of the new character you get to play, right?
7 ghost man.
I'm gonna use that re-roll that I have access to.
Yep, the
here, I
inspire.
think.
Yep, the inspiration.
Inspire.
Yep, you can do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna retry that one. Yeah, maybe. I think
Once more with
that's
feeling.
better.
You do in fact hit.
That's better. So I will strike into it my blade, striking it for the full 1d10 plus 10, and I will add the bonus damage from the Bardic Inspiration. Can I add that damage? Inspiration? Bardic Inspiration?
Yeah, no.
I think so.
From my
yeah.
magic note.
Not the magic note. Yes, for Hubert's only.
Yes,
magic
that's right.
note.
And is that D6 or D8 now?
Can the rock do a con saving throw?
No,
No.
it will fail its con saving throw.
All right.
Excellent. That is the best news.
Give it an extra D8 damage.
Yes.
It also
Nice.
goes bong.
It also goes boom.
Ooh,
25 damage to the obelisk.
spicy. A spicy amount of damage. All right, you shattered this obelisk as well,
Excelente.
and another bunch of ghostly spirits appear again. This time, another familiar face.
Matherman!
Matherman.
Fuck you.
Oh, no.
Matherman's in there. I was like,
Why have you
Jacob.
done this?
Jacob, you're dead to me. That's
Now
what's
I
really
could-
happened here.
Forsaken.
Now
Mhm.
I could go and resolve my movement over near the rock, but I'm going to run over to Matherman and land on my knees. Matherman!
you can see this
No!
confused spirit in front of you who has the visage of Matherman, and he shimmy shutters in place as he looks like he's completely lost.
Matherman, you're dead. No!
Dead. It is now your turn.
That's my turn.
I blast this motherfucker with a thunder wave.
Don't blast Mather, man.
Don't
No,
touch Magic
Blasting
Man.
the Brock with a thunder wave.
Stop, he's already dead.
Can I? I'm gonna try and direct it so that I don't blast bloody Mog and Damon onto their asses as well.
Does Thunderwave start from you?
Yes, starts from me and it's a
Damn.
30-foot radius that it. I think it hit it.
I think it's a 30-foot
30-foot
diameter.
Yeah, or
So
yeah,
15-foot radius.
15-foot radius. Let me double check.
I'm safe.
Where's thunder wave?
Mog is not safe.
Yeah, 15 foot.
So it'll get it'll get Mog, and it'll get the spirits as well. But that's all good.
Mm,
You could move first, right, around the spirit without losing.
You can move around the rock as well if you want to
The rock,
get to
sorry.
here. You move.
yeah,
there.
all
yeah.
right, cool. Yeah, no, I'm gonna do that because then I'm out of the way of Mog and I'm not gonna hit him. I don't really mind if I hit a spirit.
Yeah, that's all
Um,
good. Cast it up.
All right, yes, thunder wave. Hold on. Gotta roll this one, don't I? Do I have to roll? No, I don't have to roll this one. It's a con saving throw from the creature, and
Yep.
then I get to roll damage.
It's a good. One second. Why does it say saving throw values differently for the rock? I don't understand. It says saving throws Dex +5, Wisdom +4, DA +2.
Maybe it has different stats. That's why it has different saving throws.
No, because it's not based on the stats. It's just a different thing. But anyway, it gets a 15-foot save.
You fuck, really?
Yep. It's got you know this. It has magical resistance.
True.
Saving throws against spells and other magical effects.
Well, that's fine. I still get to roll, and it takes half damage. So what is it? Fucking 2. Wait. Oh, wait. I can roll it as a higher spell.
You can.
Higher level spell. Fuck yeah.
Heck yeah, man.
Cool. Excellent. Well, I'm gonna roll. There, 3rd level spell. Cool. So 7 damage.
7 damage. Yep.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Doesn't get pushed away from me though, so that's okay.
That's all good. All right. Then it's going to be this dude's go. He's going to charge over once again, battling through this and trying to get through it. And succeeds this time.
What a
famously
maverick.
enough. What a Chad. Gets 2 attacks.
Last legs. Let's get up there.
So he does. Let me see. What's that? That's a 10. That's a 10, and then uses his powerful dice. Gets a total of 7 as he channeling smites this rock in its place and tries to give it the old prawn. 10, 17 damage. Cool. Take 17 damage. Nice. The Chad man does what he must do to defeat this creature.
Is his name Chad, man?
Could be Chad man. It's hard to
Is
say.
now.
Is
First
now.
name Chad, last name Man.
But no,
Cool.
It's the Chad man.
It looks like it's now bloodied as well. Fun fact. So the rock looking around at like the spirits, like in the area, is like lets out this palpable shriek. So everyone around, like within 20 feet of him, make me a con save.
20 feet, you say? Ha ha.
Mhm. Got him, boys.
God damn it.
Believe in yourself. I believe in you.
I don't believe in me. I have a negative.
Oh.
You just
As it lets out a powerful shriek.
Oof.
Equals 1 success.
Excuse me?
Ding dong, you are wrong.
That equals one bang.
Yep.
Oh, wait. No, I put it's equal instead of 1. Instead
Plus
of
one.
minus
Yep.
1.
Well, you are now each creature within 20 foot that can hear it and isn't a demon must succeed at a DC con save, saving throw, or be stunned until the end of the rock's next turn. So you are stunned
Fantastic.
as it grabs you and flings you across the room and casts you towards Mog. If it can get you.
It casts bad.
It doesn't succeed at attacking you, so it doesn't get to do nothing.
Thank the gods.
Although you are stunned, so it would actually maybe get a. Some can rolls against the creature have advantage. Oh!
Is that a nat 20?
It's a double natural 1.
Oh,
Oh!
Fails in both regards to
His
grab
heart's
you and
so
cast you
sad.
across the room. Lillian, it's now your turn.
Damn.
Damn.
Damn, demon.
Damn. Damn, demon.
At it again with the bad rolls.
Classic.
The classic.
Anyway, I have been informed that I am in fact an idiot
Oh, really?
and that
That's a
I
bit
do
rude.
have magical arrows.
Oh. That would've
I am a moron that can't read a sheet.
Well, I wouldn't say moron, but you know.
So,
Look,
Well,
Steph,
the
you're,
shade.
You said it, not me.
Steph, you're a very smart idiot, but we do care about you, so don't worry.
High end,
I
low
have 2
wisdom.
brain cells, and both of them are dedicated to yelling about.
Actual
inane
librarian,
shit.
very smart.
Oh dear.
Alright, well,
okay,
I'm going to try and calculate
let's
that out,
just
but
shoot him then.
you have got magical arrows now.
do
so
I
that's
need?
good
Do
for
you want me to like go back
No,
and calculate, or
it's at half damage. I'm not going to do. We figure it out. But attack him now
Okay.
with your full damage.
great? We love that.
Mm-hmm. We stand some good damage in this house.
Oh. I prefer Netflix good damage.
You hit. You hit again. Oh, god damn it.
What's that number?
Alrighty. Let's do the first one. So 16 for that first one.
Mm-hmm. 16 for the first. Yep.
And then I'll 404 on everything, but it just is double dice for a crit.
Yes.
Yes.
Double
Double
all
dice.
your dice, buddy. Double all the dice.
Just the
Even
one
your
then.
bonuses. Oh, well, that's right.
Oh, if it's the
2d8 plus 2d6. Because it's also the.
Yep, plus the d6.
yeah, the D6 doesn't come in for that one. So
Oh.
that's not how favored foe works. I wish it did, but it
Got 'em, boys.
doesn't.
Got 'em.
Oh no.
That's the worst.
It's just on the first time that I hit that I get the D6. So
Yep, seems good.
cool, love that. It's an 8 because my D8s and roll 20 hate me.
Yep, that's good. Looks like it's taking a palpable amount of damage.
Take that.
All right, then let's see what Shamslams go.
Yes, it is. So yes, I'm going to go ham shalam. I'm going to go running in, as you do. I see an opportunity. I'm going to take it. At 20 feet, come on. Ha! Ha! Now, I am possibly king of the morons. Who are these boys?
They are ghosts. They're like ghostly apparitions that have like
They came out of the
come
obelisk.
out of the obelisks.
Thinking, I want to have the ghosts inhabit my body and do things. Yes. Is this
Are you
Genvolio?
sure about that?
Who's
Yeah,
this
that
ghost?
sounds like a terrible idea, by the way.
This is over here is Genvolio.
Which one?
This one here. The one who the wingmaster you used to be.
Oh yeah.
Before you got your cool other fun, funky, fresh face now.
Okay, who's this?
That is someone you don't recognize. It is a spirit, a ghost, but you're not sure.
Ah, all right, maybe something sensible then.
Because there are some that you do recognize. There are some bards here that you are like, oh, you guys are dead. It's like, yep, not great.
You know what I'm going to do? How big's this thing? This little altar here?
Probably about like 5 foot across. Not a lot.
I'm going to sing to it. I'm going to say, "Altar, you should not altar. You should dance and prance and have a swing at some baddies." And I'm going to animate the altar.
Oh, good.
God.
Good.
There it is.
Perfect.
We love that.
Terrific.
Yep. Doesn't actually consider the last creature. Yep, I guess it becomes an object. It's now gonna attack them.
Hello, altar.
Attack is the altar awake. Hold on, let me get an image for the altar. I guess we'll make it.
Take that, DM.
This blacksmith. This
I
blacksmith
attack your
image.
preparedness.
There you go. That's the altar now awake.
Oh, damn it.
All right, what are you gonna do with him?
Command. Oh, cute. Command it to attack with rock.
It's gonna do it. Got fly speed, hovers. Look at that.
Incredible.
Be ow whack guest. All right, do me your attack roll with the altar.
Got
Question
a higher
mark.
armor class than I do.
Yeah, it's a natural armor. You see, immunities to poison psychic.
So mad. I'm so mad.
I love my altar. How do I roll for this? I'm gonna roll a melee weapon attack. Where's the stats on my boy?
Strength is +4.
So let's go D20 plus 4. Altar. No.
No, the altar does not manage to hit, but you can still move if you'd like to get closer to Genvolio.
Yes. Genvolio, I'm coming!
Yep, and then it is Mog's go after that.
All right. Mog would like to slot himself next to the knight just here.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just going to go hard with his hammer again, with his maul.
Give him the old justice, mate.
1, 2. Can I re-roll that with my inspiration?
You can.
I'm doing it. Oh, wait, sorry. Let me... Oh!
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to do 10 damage. I take that 10 bludgeoning damage and do it one more time. Okay. Can I just take the 13, not the 12? Because it was the first one. Or I just take those two numbers.
Just take what you want.
All right. I like those two numbers.
2d6 plus 4 strength.
With that, is that right?
I don't know.
Yeah, plus 6, 6. So I got. Why is it an extra 1? 3 plus 6, rolling 2d6 plus 4. 3 plus 6. I don't know how that works, but apparently that works.
What's your strength?
19.
So you got plus 4 to damage, and you've rolled. What's on the maul? Is it 2d6 for the maul?
2d6 plus 4 bludgeoning. Yeah.
Yep. So you've done 2. So you've done double damage because it's a natural 20.
Yeah.
So that's plus 6 plus 4, and then the 2 extra 6s on top of that. So that's the total amount. So you do 25 damage to this thing.
Jesus.
And I want to do. Is this a fiend? Wait.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Double check what it is. This can't do more damage to fiend than undead, or is it
I think it does. Yes, might too. Double check it.
like undead? So it says undead. Creatures melee. Yeah.
I'll let you decide what you want to do before I let you know the result of your damage.
Yeah. think this. Okay. I think it's only for undead.
Mm-hmm.
It's only coming up for undead. So.
Okay, we'll leave it at that then. You're gonna pump some
Yeah, so I'm gonna do a
smites.
level 2.
Why?
Smite
7 radiant.
7 radiant damage. Yep,
My weapon is still glowing, by the way, so it's doing magic.
it is. I've been taking your magical damage as magical damage. It's all good.
And then I'm gonna smack him again.
Give another. Didn't you already fail the first one with a 9? And you re-rolled that one. Yeah, and you rolled a 9 again. So however, do not worry about rolling the second one.
Okay.
Because you managed to kill it with the first.
Yeah.
As the creature blasts back into darkness, and all that is left with is a visage of a spirit. Because it's like glowing, kind of like radiant, dark-looking figure, kind of before you. And the shadow kind of reaches up against the windows and the side of this room as it kind of coils and fades away slowly but surely. And all that's left is this figure kind of looking at you. And it pulls back its cowl, as if like in its death knell of this demon, pulling back its cowl. It looks at you with this pure white face with dark, hollow-looking eyes, and simply says, "I am but one of many. You think that you will win? Pathetic." And it falls away into nothingness. And as it does, so too do the figures of these spirits shimmer and dissipate into nothingness as well.
I'm going to try and hug Genvolio. Whoa!
They only look at you with this vague understanding of who and where they are, as
Damon's going to like be grasping the air at Mathman as he disappears. No! No! He's pretty messed up.
And
Another dead father figure.
they disappear.
Thanks.
And that's basically it. That's you defeated the 2 enemies of Havensburg and presumably stopped the ritual from happening at all. A huge move against the Cult of the Iron Hand. However, it was with the loss of Mathaman, who did take his life valiantly in defeating many cultists and the knights that were corrupted by, obviously, the church. You can do me a Arcanum check, anyone who would like to do so, around the kind of ritual space and knowing a little bit more about what these spirits were and how they worked.
Damon's just laying on the ground, man. He's not making any checks.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's slowed to a crawl for me.
Not doing anything.
Oh. A little teary at the moment.
You should have some bonus to that.
In fact,
Oh, damn.
it's a 24, by the way, not a 22. I just can't type as well, it seems.
That's all good. Baird and Lillian, you are aware that the spell that you were trying to dispel was one of conjuration. Damon suggested this as he was like looking at the obelisk. And though the spirits that you saw did look like they were ghosts, you know that if it's conjuration magic, that wouldn't truly be the case.
Mm.
If it was conjuration magic, however, they might have been in a different plane. Hubert, you do understand how powerful the spell was you were trying to dispel, and Lillian and Baird racked their brains for a quick moment, and with their kind of rolls, they managed to figure out that it is a plane shift spell. Assumedly, whatever the ritual was trying to do was trying to bring something into this world. Obviously, it failed. However, what it needed to do was also put something into the other world. So, what you believe is that Mathaman, Genvolio, and the bards that were here, or the various performers, have been trapped somewhere else in the outer planes. there is hope potentially to one day rescue them. But until then, till you are able to cast the plane shift spell to find someone who can, they will be to the whims of whatever the hellish courts deem appropriate for them. So they might survive, they might not. With the fact that
trauma.
Mm-hmm. So good luck on how you would like to progress from there. But that is all the time we have for basically for the game today. To everyone on the stream, thank you for coming. But we're also going to mention quickly that this is Nick's last game that he'll be playing with us at the lovely Vale of Dusk. He has been an absolute gem, and of course we do love the fantastic and fabulous Hubert Shamshalam, but he must return, of course. Not return, but advance to Crab as he kind of moves on into the various D&D types of things. But he will potentially be returning for kind of cool one-shots and fun, funky, fresh extra shows that we're planning to have, obviously, on the Ardent Roleplays. So we'll see how that all goes. But are there any closing thoughts before we wrap up for the day?
What you got, Nick?
Swiggity swoogity. Your booty is a tuba tea. That's the spell I cast.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that is not the last words I say. I say thank you so much for having me. This has been a brilliant adventure.
Delightful to have you.
It's been so good. You guys are the best. It's been a very sweet and warm party of throwing a lot of shade, but a lot of love. A lot of shade. You gotta have contrast, otherwise you don't have, a nice portrait at all.
I believe what Hubert will eventually kind of do is leave the party, potentially stay in Havensburg, potentially go to parts elsewhere, but basically say that the trauma of all this nonsense is a bit too much. Potentially even look to try and find a way to bring back Mathman and Genvolia, who... Yeah,
he's a bit cracked now. He's going to seem positive, but very focused.
Yeah, and that's probably where he will take his adventure on. But we will be having, of course, potentially a new cast member, which will be very exciting, who will be here not this current week, well, maybe not next week, but we'll see how we go. So stay tuned for that, and we'll have some more cool, funky, fresh shows, and of course we'll eventually see Nick again. Mwah! Love you so much.
I will be back.
Yay!
Never fear, you'll be here.
Yeah. But that's all we have for today. Thank you guys so much for coming. Thank you guys so much for playing. But have, I don't know, good games, I guess. See us on the Ardent Discord. We'll be there doing stuff and chatting all things games and all that kind of nonsense, as well as there's demos on the old Tuesday as well. There'll be demos for Tuesday. If you guys want to check out what Ardent Roleplay is all about, the creation kit, and how to kind of be a better GM, I'm the guy to kind of chat to about that stuff. So, and if we have extra cool GMs who are good at using Ardent Roleplay and like talking about GM stuff, we'll see us there as well. So, yeah.
Easy.
Nice. Easy. Wave us out, team. Have a good one. Bye.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, cute!
No, it's going to be destroyed.
You see the goose in front of you. It is larger than a normal goose. It is holding a soul and a book in its beak. Its eyes are glowing red.
Attacked by a goose.
The nameless goose, who is actually named Humphrey.
I would like to create a love hunk from afar that calls to Humphrey's heart and soul, pull him away so that we can enter the hut unfettered. I will find him later and kill him and take his entire skin and wear his beak as earrings.
Okay, roll me a deception check.
I wish I had my some music so I could be like, ooh, spooky noises. But you can imagine the spooky noise like, ooh, it's just so spooky.
Very spooky.
The sounds.
3 spoopy, 5 me.
Oh yes, we'll go get you.
Please don't make atmosphere.
I'm doing my
Qubit, no.
that? Hey, come on down. Just lie on the ground. Stop shooting spells at us, because that makes us shoot pus. And I look down at my pussy wounds.
Oh God! Stop that. Having something that you can kind of physically see and be like, this is what it is, this is what it looks like, is a very simple way to just keep story flowing.
It's another tool to communicate to the players what's happening.
Imaginations are endless.
Players who are new into the game, being able to describe, what a crypt or a dais or something is.
I believe we're in the presence of a trap.
With this, it's like, this pops right up on my screen, and I can see all this stuff. I don't need to tell anyone about it.
That is amazing. That's so good.
Oh yeah, look at that. Dang.
To have that visualization right there, pretty impressive. Yeah.
Having the visuals, it kind of brings it into a cool world.